And hello and welcome. My name's Paul Grogan and today we're going to be doing a two-player playthrough of Cloudspire Skirmish. I'm joined today by Mr. Scott Morris, who you can see on screen. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm good. Now, it's late afternoon here. It's morning there, but This is going to be broadcast. This isn't going out live. This is going to be broadcast over Gen Con Online. Cheap Theory Games have asked us to do this video to show off the new skirmish mode for Cloudspire. So Cloudspire is a game which I've done a few videos for already, but skirmish mode is a new way to play the game. It is a two-player head-to-head battle where you can see on the board that we already have some spires. Now, we haven't completely finished the setup yet. We are going to do that in a minute, but the objective of this particular skirmish scenario is that we need to defeat the opponent's spires. So I'm going to be playing the Grovetenders today. These are my 4 spires here. This is my fortress here. Scott is playing the Narorans. They start with these 4 spires here. And yeah, our objective is to defeat the spires of the other player. Normally in a game of Cloudspire, you are trying to defeat your opponent's fortress, or at the end of 4 waves, you count up the points. This one is slightly different. Now, we're not going to be doing so much of a tutorial today. I have already done a few videos on how to play Cloudspire, so if you're interested in learning full details of how to play the game, I would definitely recommend checking those videos out. Today, we're just going to be doing the playthrough, but we're going to be explaining a few little bits as we go along. Right then, so things left to do in setup is we need to decide what spires we've got. So the location of our 4 spires is fixed. That is based on the scenario. However, we choose which spire goes where. Now, the scenario says that each player starts with one of each of their 4 spires, which is really interesting for the Grovetenders because 2 of these spires I can't normally build at the start of the game. I have to unlock a certain fortress upgrade to allow me to build them. But in this scenario, we both start with 1 of each. And the Naroran player is listed as the first player. So Scott, you need to decide first which one of your 4 spires you want to place on the board and where you want to place it.
Yeah, this is either going to completely win me the game or completely lose me the game. So this is really the part you want to pay attention to, everybody.
Yeah.
So we will see how that all works out.
It is one of those games where the slightest misplay, like, oh, I grouped those 2 units the wrong way round, the ramifications of that decision can be massive.
It can be pretty big, but that's one of the things I love about it, is it really makes you think. I'm actually going to start really basic, and I'm going to take my aspect, which is my 1 melee, and I am going to put it in that one that you just touched.
This one?
Nope. The one right next to it.
This one? Okay.
Yep, that one.
So that is a very, very simple spire. It has 1 melee, and it has its own default range of 1.
And we should probably note for the viewers at home that the scenario rules for this is we cannot upgrade our spires naturally. There is an event die that's going to actually upgrade our spires, which is really, really cool. Yeah,
we can't do that. The other thing to mention as well is these miniatures are an add-on. These do not come with the base game of Cloudspire. So if you own Cloudspire and you're thinking, wait a minute, my copy didn't come with these miniatures, dear Cheap Theory Games, these are an extra add-on. And if you do have the add-on, they don't come painted either. This is what I did over Christmas 2019. I spent 4 days over Christmas painting these spires. Right, okay, so me next. Yep. I am going to choose to place... Now, I was thinking about this earlier on, and I did have a rough plan.
By the way, if anyone wants to play the play at home game, you have to take a drink every time Paul says shrubbery. So those are the rules.
Those are the rules. I am going to place my Retool on the spire which is nearest you. So that has air defense, and it comes with 1 melee and a ranged upgrade. So it's actually got a range of 2.
Yep. You will need that air defense against my Narorans, that's for sure.
Well, yeah. Okay.
All right. I am going to I am going to put my portal in top and to the right of where my aspect is.
This one?
Yep, that is correct.
Okay, so this portal, this doesn't attack. It has 2 fortifications on it, but it has the ability of Naroran Rift. So remind me how that works.
So Naroran Rift is pretty cool. So obviously it's only usable by Naroran units, but I get to treat that spire as a path hex. Moving onto it will instantly teleport a unit to another chip with the talent Naroran Rift or Rift Walk. So depending on what the center location turns out to be and what units I come out with, that might be a little Stargate for me.
Okay, nice. Okay, so I'm going to choose... I'm going to play the Muskeg. Now, the Muskeg is an amazing spire because it has the ability of wallop. I just love the naming of these things. So that's got 1 melee, 1 ranged. It's also got air defense, but the wallop ability means instead of attacking, I can just punch somebody and basically kick them back. So I'm going to put that there near my fortress gate.
Which is going to be interesting, this game, because where you placed that spire is a great placement for that one, as units are coming after your fortress gate. But in this scenario, we're not really going to be going after each other's fortress gate too much. Exactly. So that's going to be very interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think, and this is the decision I've for anyone who doesn't know, Paul and I have been talking about doing this for a couple of days, and I've been reading the scenario over the weekend, and I've been so stressed about this setup piece, and I knew that it was going to come down to this decision of where do I put my refractor and where do I put my monolith. So I am actually, let's see here. So that's going to go, I am going to put my monolith. I'm going to put that right next to my fortress.
Okay. So the monolith has also got air defense. I don't think I have any flying units either, do I?
No, you're just big giant trees. For some reason, I can't shoot you up high, though.
Okay.
Which obviously, of course, is going to mean my refractor is going to go down on the bottom spire. So I don't think there's a necessary need to wait for that one because we know where that one will go.
Yep. And then I'm going to place my creeping vines on the lake. So the lake is filled with creeping vines. Now the creeping vines has 2 abilities. It has cover and creep. Cover basically means that you can't damage it unless you are attacking from an adjacent hex. I've done it again, haven't I? I've put that underneath. And the creep ability means that I can actually move. Spires normally, when you build them, you can't move them. But if they have the creep ability, you can move them, but only to a non-path hex. So this one, if I wanted to, could move to here.
Yep.
Okay, so your refractor goes here, which has got 2 attack and 1 fortification. And then my shrubbery, it's got to be
There you go. 1 point.
Drink.
So if anyone is looking at me and seeing why am I moving back and forth and why am I doing all this stuff, because Paul is in the UK and I am in the US, I have recreated what you're looking at on camera in front of me. So I have the game in front of me, I have the video from Paul's side, and hopefully I will not make any placement errors along the way, but I'm sure I'm human and fallible, so we'll see how that works.
Hopefully. So normally every source on the board gets covered with a landmark token, and in this scenario we only have 1 here. So I have all 26 landmarks from, because we're using the Portal Seekers expansion as well. So I'm going to stack them up. Would you like to pick a number from 1 to 26?
Let's go with my lucky number 13.
Number 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is this one. Okay, so that is there. And we don't need the rest of them.
So we don't know which one it is, but I know what the back is. So I can at least pull all of the ones with that back out, which is good. So
now the other thing is that we're supposed to set the market up at the start of the game. So the market is going to be down here. So we're going to reveal this Earthscape, which is the one with 2 paths, a forest and a source well. And technically, I have got all of the mercenaries there shuffled. Technically, we're supposed to reveal 3 of these. However, you'll find out soon why there's no really need to do this in wave 1.
Of course, the Earthscape is the last one on the bottom of my stack.
Of course. Right. Okay. So let me just check the rules for this scenario to see if there's anything left in setup that we haven't done. I think we are good to go. So here's how the sequence of play works. It follows the same rules and sequence of play as the normal game, but you're going to notice a few exceptions. First of all, as Scott mentioned earlier on, our spires, we cannot construct new spires and we cannot upgrade our existing spires by any normal means. That will only happen by means of the event die. And when a unit attacks a spire, so the other thing that you do in the game is at the start of each round, you actually set your mark. You choose where your mark is going to go. Now in a 2-player game, that is normally your opponent's fortress. But in this game, I believe we actually can
target spires.
We can target a spire. So we are going to, in player order, when we get going, we are going to set our mark and that is where all of our minions must go towards and try and damage them. And it says when a unit attacks a spire that is its mark, the spire will retaliate as a fortress does, dealing 1 damage at unlimited range. Now that's an interesting one, because I actually have an ability which says, if I decide to buy it, your fortress now deals 2 damage when retaliating.
Yeah.
I wonder if that means you think?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, it says as your fortress would. So
well,
if your fortress
it says as a fortress gate does.
Okay. Well, I would say if it just says as a fortress gate does and not as your fortress gate does, then it probably stays as 1. Yeah. Look, you're going to beat me and destroy me already. I don't need to be pummeled into the ground right now.
And then after a faction defeats and pillages a fortress gate, they must immediately choose a different mark. So if you defeat a fortress gate in this game, normally that would be game over. But in this scenario, it's not. So we might need to read the rules on pillaging should that happen.
Well, and you bring up an interesting point, and this is one of the things I've been really excited about to play with this scenario. Is normally in a 2-player game, you don't really use the mark chips because you're just going after each other's fortresses. But the way that the mark chips work is that's where your minions kind of blindly march towards. Yeah. And with this setup and the way everything is laid out, there was a couple of things that I noticed over the weekend looking into it, that there may be times that you want to target your opponent's fortress just to make sure your minions move in a very specific way, which is really kind of cool. So
okay, so we're off.
We're off.
The first phase of wave 1 is the event phase, but we don't use the event cards, and instead we roll the event die, but we only do that if there is an unequal number of spires. We both have 4 spires, so we actually skip the event phase in wave 1. Now we go to the income phase. Now this is where both players normally get a certain amount of source as income and can then spend that source on buying fortress upgrades, building new spires, etc, etc. In this scenario, in wave 1, we get 0 source. So there you go. We can't buy anything from the market. We can't upgrade our fortress. We can't do any of that whatsoever. So now we go to the market phase. We have a market phase, but don't worry, we'll get more source from wave 2.
I'll choose to pass. How about you, Paul?
I'll pass as well, yes. So now we do the build phase, but again, we haven't got any source. So the build phase has gone. And now we do the prep phase. Now, when do you normally declare your mark? Now. It's in the prep phase. Yes. So where would you like to declare your mark?
That is a good question. I think I'm going to declare my mark as your retall.
Okay. So that's going to go there. Yep.
Perfect. Yep.
And
that's
I'm
going to go. Place I put mine.
Well, I kind of want. Yeah. This is hard to get to. This portal is hard to get to.
Very.
Because it's behind these mountains. Yeah. Okay. And that's the thing. If I go after this portal with melee units, they're going to walk all the way around here, get blown to bits by these models on the way past. So I think we're going to say...
blown to bit. If there's anyone on this planet that can roll blanks really well, it's me.
Well, I was looking through the Grovetenders earlier on today, and I've noticed that there is a fortress upgrade I can buy that means if I roll misses when I'm attacking with my spires, it turns them into ones, and I'm like, well, I'm definitely buying that.
Yeah, that for this scenario, that's really good.
I'm actually going to target your monument.
Okay.
All the way back there. Okay, and now what happens is we get 5 command points. So there's 2 types of currency in this game. The source, which I've mentioned, is used for upgrading your fortress, building spires, and buying things from the market. We didn't have any of that. What we do have is we do have 5 command points, and this command points do not carry over. So you either spend it or you lose it. Yep. And Scott, you are the first player. So what are you spending your command points on?
That's a good question. I am, I believe, going to spend 2 and is it 3?
Well, I'll tell you what I've not got. I've not got the health chips.
Oh, well, you need to have your health chips.
I need to reach across here.
No, I can't do that yet. So I am going to play 2 drifts. I'm going to choose 2 drifts. They are And if you haven't played the Naroran, I call them the electric avatars. They kind of remind me of the movie Avatar, but they are very unique because normally in this game you have units that when you do certain things you can upgrade them, and they're really awesome. With the Naroran, you actually have kind of two sides of a coin, and you have to choose when you are putting them into play which side they go into. The champions can upgrade and have new abilities, but the individual units are just one-sided, and they're all pretty awesome, which offers you access to a lot more abilities, but it's also kind of crazy because it offers you access to a lot more abilities. Yeah. But I'm going to start out pretty simple, actually. I'm going to spend four of my five. Yeah, I'm going to not spend the last one, and I'll bring out two drifts.
And would you like to group them together or separate?
I am going to group them together.
Okay. And so is Anvas going to be on top of the stack or the bottom?
Anvas is going to be on the top.
Top. Okay. So that is your stack done. So I'm just going to have a look at these drifts. So they have got 3 health, 1 attack, 3 movement, but they are incorporeal.
Yes. Now, would you like me to tell you what incorporeal means?
Yeah, fire away.
It says only adjacent units and spires may attack this unit. During movement, this unit may pass through opposing units, stealing 1 source from the faction for each one it passes through. So that last part probably won't be too big of a deal for this one since we don't have any source. But if I can keep at least one of them alive, it could help me for next turn. Yeah,
interesting. So it's similar to cover, which means they can only be attacked by things adjacent to them.
Yep.
With the ability that you can move through me. Okay. And Vass also has matter distortion.
Yes, so that says before or after the unit's movement, I can acquire the top Earthscape from the market and place it so that it covers part of the aisle this unit occupies.
And you can do that every round?
Yeah, before or after his movement, and then I can upgrade him and flip him to his promoted side as well. So it's not a common thing to do a lot. As I've played Naroran a couple of times, it's really much more situational that you want to time it, but it can be really, really helpful.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's the old Naroran sheet that I've got. Oh, why don't I throw that away? Because there is a new one.
Oh, great. I don't have the new one. I have the original one.
Okay.
I was a all-in backer from day one.
Where is... well, I think it got included. I thought it got included.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the new one. Yeah, matter distortion. Yeah, so what the old reference sheet was missing was flip this unit to its promoted side.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess
that was missing from the old one. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So, yeah. So it does it, and you flip the unit to its promoted. So you can only do it once per game, and then you flip over.
Correct.
Right, okay, so now that you've done that, I am going to spend my 5, but I'm actually going to spend all my 5. And I'm going to buy a Warbriar for 2.
Okay.
And a Vine Herald for 3.
Seems good.
And I also start the game with Daiwin.
Yes.
Okay. So, how do I want to stack these? Well, I think, because they've all got 2 movement...
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to put the Warbriar on top. Then we're going to put the Vine Herald, so not grouped together.
Okay.
And then we're going to put Daiwin on the bottom.
Sure.
There you go. So that is my stack.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So we've set our marks. We have done our deployment. So now we start the onslaught phase, and off you go.
So Anvas is going to move up next to the portal. So basically 2 forward.
2 straight ahead, yeah. So he's behind the... Oh, that... Yeah, okay.
Yep. And then I am not going to use his matter distortion, I don't think. Okay. Not just yet. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on that. And then the drifts will go 3 spaces.
You have a choice with these, don't you?
Yeah. The drift will come 3 forward and go right in between the 2 rocks. Yep, right there.
Okay, because you could have gone there.
Could have gone up 1 and then slowed up my movement.
There. Right. Okay. My spires now attack you.
Yep.
You then explore. You then attack me, etc., etc. Right. My go. So my Warbriar is going to move first. This has 2 movement, and again I can do some fancy shenanigans.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to move the Warbriar 2 to there. So the Warbriar has the Impale ability, the Impale talent, which means if I end my movement next to you and I didn't start my movement next to you, you take a damage.
Yeah, that's a painful one.
Yeah, literally. I've ended up Vine Herald, which is going to move 2, and that has a range of 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move Daiwon that can move through the forest, but he's a bit stuck, so he's just going to go there. Okay, and again, your spires would then attack me, etc., etc. Right, back to you.
This is where we have the really exciting part of this scenario that Paul doesn't know, which is where I automatically do 1 damage to everything on the board. No, I'm kidding.
Ah, I missed that in the rules. You must have had a different PDF to me.
I must have. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. All right. So back to me. Very straightforward here. I am going to move the drift, and they are going to go 1, 2, 3, and end up right next to the landmark. So straightforward 3.
Straightforward 3. Okay.
And then Anvas is going to move 2 to where the drift were.
So yeah, he's going to come back saying, "Oh, I didn't really want to go that way. I'll go that way instead."
He was just making room for the drift to run through.
I see.
Yeah, they're the speedy guys. So
yep.
So now,
distortion.
Well, your spires. Yeah, I'm not going to do matter distortion yet because I'm still in the same kind of island that I don't want to be on yet.
So this retool here has a range of 2, so I don't quite get you.
Right. Yep. That was the plan.
You get to explore if you want to.
Yeah, your spires would fire, but of course they don't. And then I get to explore. So yeah, I would like to explore that landmark. So
I'm going to close my eyes.
Can
you see what it is?
Yes, I do, and that's not one of the ones that I pulled out. So
does it have the engage ability on it?
It does not have the engage ability on it.
You can choose to reveal it if you want to.
I think if I remember right, what this does, let me just grab my handy dandy reference sheet. But I'm pretty sure I do want to reveal it. Here we go. Nope, that's Merc Talents. What am I looking at there? I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Have you got the one from Portal Seekers?
Yeah, no, I do not want to reveal it. Okay. I'm gonna leave it as is.
Okay.
But I know what it is now.
Right.
All right.
And then you get to attack me, and then
I attack the darkness.
Yeah, attack the darkness. What a brilliant video that was. I still use that phrase now, and I'm sure half of the people I use it on have no idea what I'm referring to.
Right.
Okay, so the Warbriar moves 2, and I don't have a choice at this point. That moves to there. The Vine Herald, I do have a choice. I could take a weird way round.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to count the hexes at this point. If I go 2 there, then next round you're going to go there. Yeah, no, I think you could end up doing... No, that's fine. We're going to move 2.
Okay.
Okay, and then Daiwon is just going to move into the gap here himself.
Okay.
Your spires would attack me. They don't. I don't have any exploration to do. Back to you.
All right, mind the gap. So this worked out pretty well for me because I do not like that impale ability at all. I am going to move the drift, and they are going to go 1, 2, 3, right adjacent to your Warbriar.
Yep.
And then Anvas is going to move 2 forward, which puts him just on the center aisle.
Yep.
Which I will go ahead and use his matter distortion. I almost said master distortion. That would have been funny. So here's a really good question. So I didn't see this in the PDF about the skirmish rules, but so let me make sure that I have the right tile. This is 2 pathways and a forest with a source well on it.
Correct. Yes.
Yep. Okay. So are we able to build an extra spire on this or not? Because I think we're not. Yeah, I think we're not.
I don't think so.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it says spires may not be constructed or upgraded by any means except through the event die. So
correct.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's going to pose a rather interesting thing for me because I am going to. I have to put it touching the center island, but I could overlap it to another island. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it at the kind of top left of the landmark covering up the forest, the pathway, and the space with the little yellow hexagon.
There.
And I'm going to do it. Rotate it 1 turn to the right, so clockwise. Yeah. Yep, exactly like that.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That's the way I'm going to have it go. And then Anvas can promote himself and go to the other side, which he now has flying. Yeah, which is awesome. Yeah. So, but you have air defense, which is not fun. So.
I do.
Yep. And then your spires will fire, and I do believe that you've got range from Retall, but...
Retall is within range.
The drift is incorporeal?
Vines is not.
Yep. The incorporeal ability means only adjacent units and spires may attack him. So Retall needs to just sit there and go, I think I see a ghost.
There's something over there. I just can't quite see it. So, yeah.
And then from there, I guess I get to attack your
attack me.
Yep.
So you deal 1 damage to me.
Yep.
And
you retaliate for 1.
I retaliate for 1. There you go. So we're both down to 2 health.
Yep. That's one of the things I love about this game is the combat is so straightforward when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah. You know, and I've taught this game so many times, and once you get past the complexity of all of the building and the different variability in the units, when it gets to combat, they're like, what, I literally just deal 2 damage because it says a number 2. Yep, that's it. It's like, oh, right, okay.
Yep.
Right. Is it my go?
I
think it is. So as you say, you've got past my impale ability because I started next to you, so I can't go away and charge. I do still have to move though. I have to move towards my mark, and I can.
Yep.
Which is there.
Yep. I gave you a pathway to run around.
You did. That goes there. And then Daiwin is going to go here.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to be able to kill this drift because I'm right next to you, so I can see where you are. But first of all, your spires can't attack me because they're out of range. I'm not doing any exploring, so it is my attacks. Now, you're going to get to retaliate against the first one of these, aren't you?
First one, correct. So clearly, your champion should attack first.
No, the champion needs to deal a killing blow so he can level up.
That's right.
Okay, I think we're going to attack with... I'm just looking at Anvas's attack. Anvas, right, yeah, we're going to attack with the Warbriar first. So the Warbriar attacks and deals you 1, and then you retaliate back and deal 1 to me.
That's correct.
Okay, that's the retaliation done.
Yep.
Then my hero, Daiwin, attacks.
Yep.
The Welsh dog. Yep. It's got 2 range, but that doesn't matter. I deal 1 to you, no retaliate.
Yep.
So the drift is dead, and I get 2 source. Now, the game comes with these nice dials, which you use to track how much source you've got. However, on a live stream, they don't show up that well. So I'm just using dice. So I've got 2 source there.
Sure.
And then the other drift now appears that was underneath it because they were grouped together. So you have that there. Daiwin dealt the killing blow, which means Daiwin gets an upgrade. Now, interestingly enough, because Daiwin has range built in, I could take a range upgrade if I wanted to.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, where are my upgrade chips? I do have upgrade chips. They are on the table somewhere. Oh no, they're down here.
Now, one of the things that's good to point out, in case anyone has never played the Naroran before, normally in this game, when a unit's defeated, they go back to your barracks, which is basically your supply.
Yeah.
But the Naroran are very different. Because they are in tuned with the source, they actually go to a grave site, and one of the abilities and upgrades that I can do on my fortress is something called Forgotten Graves, which will allow me to get them back. That's why, while you have that flip side of the coin mechanic, and you have a lot more abilities at your disposal, you don't just have a constant cycle of a supply from them. You have to invest in certain things if you want to get those abilities back later on in the game. So this could be a really good offensive move, or it could mean I don't have my drifts for the rest of the game. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah. So I am going to put an attack upgrade on Daiwin.
Okay.
There you go.
Seems good.
Well, I'm just thinking you've got some fortifications there. So I'm going to need that attack upgrade in order to get around those.
That'll be good.
Now, the other thing, of course, is it's about to be your turn. You're going to move through me with your incorporealness.
That's right.
And steal one of those source from me.
That is correct. That is correct.
And there's nothing I can do about that because a limited build action can only be done at the start of your turn. So yeah,
that is correct.
There isn't anything
you could applaud my deep strategy, but that's about it.
I could. Right. Okay. So I'm done. It is over to your turn.
Anything that works out for me is usually dumb luck. So, okay. So movement, I will use the drift, and as you said, I can move through Daiwin. So I will go 1, 2, 3, and I will actually be right next to both the Muskeg and the Retol.
Yeah, and you steal 1 source from me.
Yes. Actually, you know what? There's a better way I can do that.
I wasn't going to tell you.
Because I steal a source for each faction, from the faction of each unit it passes through.
Yeah.
So if I were to move onto the Vine Herald, onto Daiwin, and then next to Muskeg and Retol, would I get 2?
You would.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
You said you weren't very good at this game.
I wasn't. So I'll do that, and I will steal your 2 source.
Yeah, so that 2 source, which was mine, is no longer mine. And this is one of the cool things about the game. Although your minions have to follow certain rules, and they have to go towards their mark, which is here, the rules are you have to spend all of your movement, and you have to end up closer than when you started. Within those 2 rules, you still have a little bit of flexibility. So because Scott is now closer than where he started and spent all of his movement, he's fulfilled both of those criteria. So he's followed the rules of the game, but he's done it in a clever way to steal all of that source that I got. So
and technically, one of the interesting things is had you moved Daiwin to a different location and that hex was open on the pathway, I could have moved into the Warbriar and then into the Vine Herald and then to where Daiwin was, and then been able to do something there. So I think I'm also going to get pretty aggressive with on Voss.
Okay.
And I am going to move 3 and put him up right next to Warbriar. Over by the Warbriar.
There?
Yep, right there. Yep.
Okay, yep.
Bingo.
Okay, right. So my spires attack you.
Yes, and you do get to attack me this time because I'm adjacent.
Well, this one has the wallop ability, so I'm just going to read that again. Because I might use that. Wallop. Instead of attacking, this spire may deal 1 damage to an adjacent unit and then place it up to 3 hexes away from this spire on any valid hex. The unit may be fired upon by any new spires it is now in range of. But once this talent is used, flip this spire to its Retol side. So it's a once per game ability that once I've used it, I flip over.
So how badly do you want to use it is the question.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to be attacking you for 1 here. I've put 1 on in the wrong way. That should have been that way.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be attacking you for 1 dice here and for 1 dice here.
That's easily 2 blanks.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas if I was to, I'm probably going to use this one first. I'll attack you with this one first. Sure. Yep. And see how that goes on. So here we go. Let's roll some dice. Well, let's
here
roll
we go.
1 dice.
This is it. The whole game is going to come down to this one roll. Oh!
It's a blank. Okay, so no damage. So I think
the ghosts are winning.
I think I am going to use the wallop ability.
Sure.
So I deal you 1 damage.
Okay.
And then I move you to a hex up to 3 away, and I'm going to put it there.
Ooh.
Okay. So that is that Muskeg has now become a Retol.
Yep.
And now because I've pushed you here between these 2, they can now both attack as well.
Yep.
Okay. And I might as well just roll them both at the same time because I don't have any other targets for those. So here we go. Wow. That's
Whoa.
1 hit and another blank. There's only 1 blank. Was one side
That's
is a blank. So
amazing. That's amazing.
You got lucky there.
Well, that's interesting. Now that poses a different question to me about how I want to handle this.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. I could, to hit either one of those spires, I'm going to need to roll a 2 because you have a fortification on the bottom of each one. And you're going to be able to...
When you say roll a 2...
Yes, roll a 2, yeah, because you have the fortifications on the bottom of each of those, right?
But you don't roll dice when you're attacking a spire.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Drift cannot damage either of these because they are fortified. Yeah.
And my decision becomes, if I attack the Warbriar with Drift, I can kill the Warbriar and not have to deal with retaliation. But it would also eliminate the ability for Anvas to get an upgrade, and I would really like to get an upgrade.
And Drift, being a minion, has to attack if possible.
Yes.
So if you were to attack the Warbriar with Anvas to get the upgrade, the Drift would have to attack the Vine Herald and then die from retaliation. And
I think we're going to do that. So the Drift will attack the Vine Herald.
Yep. So 1 damage off the Vine Herald is down to 2. The Drift dies, goes to your Forgotten Graves, and I get 2 source.
Yep. And then Anvas is going to attack the Warbriar for 1.
So the Warbriar dies, you get 1 source.
Kill the Warbriar.
And then Anvas gets an upgrade. You can either take an attack upgrade or a fortification upgrade.
That is correct, because he does not have range. Yeah. I'm going to take an attack upgrade.
Okay. There you go.
Because the fortifications on the heroes. I don't know about you. I don't do many fortifications on heroes. I tend to do the range and the attacks.
Yeah, I mean, this has caught me out a couple of times, and it's caught out people that I've taught the game as well. Is that attack chip there is not a life point. So Anvas still has 3 life points. And a lot of people see it there and think, oh, that's a life point. Therefore, what's the point of the fortification ship? And it's not. Whereas the fortification ship has no abilities whatsoever, but it's an extra hit point.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's it. I think I'm good.
Okay, right. So over to me.
Do your worst, my friend.
Well, this is the thing. The Vine Herald has to get towards the Monolent, but I can do it by avoiding Anvas.
Kind of sneak around. Yep.
I can go here. And Daiwin, I have full control over where Daiwin goes.
Yep. Don't forget Daiwin has Forest Walk too.
Yes. It's just whether I want to go there, and I think I do.
Okay.
So I think Daiwin is going to go there.
Ooh. Nasty. You're going to come over and give Anvas a hug, right?
Well, if by hug you mean kill, then because the Vine Herald deals 1 damage with 2 range, and Daiwin has got an attack upgrade and deals 2 damage, and Anvas only has 3 health.
Yep, I think you're going to get him.
So that's my movement done. You don't have any spires within range that can attack me. So the Vine Herald attacks first at 2 range, deals you a damage.
Yep.
No retaliation because it's at range. And then Daiwin does 2 damage to you, which kills you.
That is correct, with no retaliation because I die.
And that's why the fortification chips can be useful.
It could have been, it could have been. I didn't think about the Vine Herald's range. I was thinking about Daiwin coming in, leaving me at 1, and then I had a plan for something. But that plan is not going to work right now. But that's okay. I gain
4 source for that.
Yes, you do. So you're at 6.
Now, I think we've done something wrong, and we might need to backtrack.
Uh-oh. Did you cheat?
I think we have.
What did you cheat?
You have no minions on the board.
Not anymore, no, because I just, the Drift had killed from
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you have no minions on the board,
Yep.
my heroes go into campfire mode.
That is correct.
So for anybody shouting at the screen, saying you're getting the rules wrong, right, campfire mode is at the end of a turn. And when did it die? It died on your turn.
It died on my turn, yes.
Yeah, so we need to undo this. And Vas is still alive.
Yay!
There we go. That goes there. Daiwin goes back
2. Yep.
There. I think that's right.
Yep. You can still... Yeah, you can still use the Vine Herald, of course.
Oh, no. Hang on. At the end of a turn in which only one faction has units in play.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No, we got it right. It's if you've got no units left whatsoever.
Yeah.
Then the hero's going to campfire mode. So as we were.
Yep.
As we were, we're all good. Right.
Yep.
And that is it. That is my turn done.
We thought we were wrong, but we were mistaken. So it's all good.
So now at the end of the turn, this now goes into campfire mode because you have no units left.
That is correct.
Okay, and as soon as all of the minions have gone, the wave ends immediately. Right.
That is correct. Yep.
We're good. We didn't get it wrong.
I'm sure we'll have plenty of more opportunity, but that's okay.
Yes.
So
okay. And Anvas is
so now I have a very interesting decision because I have 3 source, and do I want to do an upgrade as a build at the beginning? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. We're past the past the prep. Onslaught phase.
Normally if this was a normal game, you would be spending that source now to put an upgrade on something.
Yep, that is true.
Darwin is in campfire mode. The Vine Herald moves 2, and I don't have any choices, so it goes there.
Yep.
Now I think I'm still out of range. I am.
You can, not for nothing, man. You can explore if you want to explore, but
no thanks. No thanks. So I'm just going to move to there. I'm out of range of your spires.
That is
but
correct.
now I can destroy this aspect.
Yes, because you have range with.
And in fact, I have to. So that aspect has been destroyed. I get 3 souls.
He has to attack as a minion.
Yep. Okay, and then it's your go, and then it's my go.
And I'm done.
And I move another 2, and I am still out of range.
Yep.
Now I am in range of attacking your portal, but the portal is fortified, and I only have 1 attack, so that does nothing.
Yep.
Back to you, then back to me. I move another 2.
Yep.
And at this point, you get to attack me with. Oh yeah, I mean this is just going to die because I can't actually hit you.
Well, the monolith has 2 attack.
Yeah.
You have 1 attack, so you would not be able to get through the fortification.
Yeah.
But you do still have to move the Vine Herald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have said this as I wasn't planning for this to happen, so.
I don't have a camera on my dice, so I am going to be super kind and let you decide your own fate by rolling my dice for me.
Thank you very much. So your monolith attacks me, deals 1 damage.
There you go. Told you I can roll blanks.
Yeah, I attack you, but unfortunately, because it's fortified,
it
bounces off.
Yep.
Your go, my go.
Yep.
I don't move. You attack me again.
Yep.
Dead.
Boom. And
you gain 1 source.
So I'm at 4.
And the wave ends immediately, and we now go to wave 2.
That was a very, very good round for you.
It was.
You got 6. Technically, you got 8 source, but you only have 6 because I stole 2 from you.
I've got 9.
You have 9? Oh, I must have counted wrong.
Well, I gained a total of 8, but you stole 2. So how have I got 9?
Yeah, I was going to say you should have 6.
I killed the aspect.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The aspect is 3.
Yeah, the aspect is
you're right.
3.
9. Yep, you're right. That's a lot.
Yeah. So a good first wave. So play passes to me. So I am the first player for wave 2. We have an event phase, and we now do have an event phase.
Yes.
And we roll.
This was my plan. Is I really just wanted people to see the rules of the event phase, so I gave up that aspect.
Get behind early. I've rolled a 5.
Ooh, very nice.
Which means
the player,
you get
the fewest spire may add 1 range to one of his spires.
Okay.
I am going to add that to the refractor.
Okay.
Seems to make the most sense.
That is tough. Okay.
I like it. A lot.
So that's the event phase done. We now do the income phase, and at this point we now get 4 source each.
That is correct.
So I get 4.
I go to
get
8.
4. And now we do the market phase. So the previous chips clear. We get a new one of those, and we get 3 new ones of these. So I'll read out what we've got.
Okay.
We have Rower, who is a mercenary hero.
Okay.
We have 2 mercenary spires. We have Blade Wall and Bricks and Mortars.
Okay.
Now, it did say spires cannot be constructed
by any means.
Except by the event die. So presumably that applies to these as well?
I would imagine. It would be, I mean, with as many mercenary spires as there are, that seems like it would be a lot of chips that would be not used or wasted or anything.
Yeah.
And there was nothing in the scenario rules about taking those out or adjusting the market. Just said do the market as normal.
But maybe we'll suggest that to them later. Maybe it should be remove the mercenary spires from the market. It might be.
Do you want to play with them, or do you want to just draw new chips for them?
Part of me is thinking, I'm sure that's what they meant.
Mm-hmm.
And part of me is thinking, oh, maybe they meant that intentionally. So it's up to you. What do you want to do? Do you want to get rid of them?
I'm
happy to get rid of them.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah,
okay, so we're going to get rid of them. I will put some Klingon subtitles on screen now to let you know whether that's what we should have done or not. But for this game, we are going to remove them, and we're going to get 2 more. Right, so we have another mercenary hero, which is Barry Brund.
Okay.
And a mercenary minion, which is the Portal Hopper.
Okay.
Which is also incorporeal. Okay, so I can't quite see these. There we go.
Barry Brund and...
Okay, so Barry Brund is evasive.
Yep.
Which is... Let's just put that back up there.
Where's my Portal Hopper?
Evasive. When attacked by a unit with the range talent, reduce the damage dealt by 1. Sorry, reduce the damage dealt to 1. And Portal Hopper has got incorporeal, so we know how that works.
Yep.
Now you can only have 2 heroes in total in play.
Correct.
And
there's
you've got quite a lot of fortifications. So my concern is buying heroes that only have
1 damage.
1 attack. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Although saying that, let's just have a look at these other heroes and see which other one I might buy.
The 2 range of Roa is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Even if it's just to stop you getting. So I'm going to spend 5 of my source to buy Roa.
That's pretty good. So you're going to go down to 4. And
the market refreshes.
Oh no, you went from 9 to 13, so now you're down to
8.
8. Yep.
Okay, so we have another mercenary hero. This is Phoenix. FWENIX.
Phoenix.
Who has Quick Strike and Swindle. So Quick Strike means you attack before the spires.
Yep.
And Swindle, that's a new one to me. When this unit attacks or retaliates against faction units, it doesn't deal damage. Instead, it steals 1 source from the faction for each health that would have been removed. Okay, yep. Right.
I like Phoenix. I think I will spend 5 of my 8 on Phoenix.
Okay, you have 3 source left.
Yep.
And you now have Phoenix. So the market phase is 1 purchase each. Technically speaking, it does get refreshed.
Sure.
But we're not going to be able to buy them.
That's okay. Excuse me.
Right, so that's the market phase done. We now go into the build phase. So in the build phase, I go first, and this is where I can spend my source on, in this scenario, building fortress upgrades, because normally you would be using it to build spires. But that's not a thing in this particular scenario. So I'm going to buy... There was one that I was looking at, and it's going to cost me... Oh, it's going to cost me 9 in total. Why did I buy Roa? Oh.
Well, because if you didn't, I was going to.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm actually going to buy, for 3 source, I'm going to buy Inner Oak, which will give me 4 extra source during the next income phase. So that is Inner Oak, level 1.
Seems pretty good. Inner Oak, level 1. Put my little pin in your thing and give you that die, which is really cool. I'm kind of torn. The gate port is not going to help me very much in this scenario, I don't think, because that focuses on a lot of the market phase stuff. But the pavilion is very good, and the Fanatic Tower would be helpful as well, but I don't have enough to really do what I would want to do with the Fanatic Tower yet. So I think I'm going to spend my remaining 3 on my first level of the pavilion, which is the Lumia delegation. It says at the start of each prep phase, you may exchange 2 source for 1 CP or 4 source for 2 CP. So at this point, I'm not going to have any source, which is a bummer, but it's trying to build up for future turns.
Yep.
All right,
so it's back to me, and I could spend my 5 source that I have. Now, how many CP are we about to get? We're about to get 10, aren't we?
We're about to get 10 because it's plus 5 from the previous wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ramps up, doesn't it? Quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Yeah.
Because what is it in a normal game? 5, 7, 9, 11?
Yeah, 5, 7, 9, 11.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, 11 is usually the end game. So 10, 10 may be the end game. We'll have to see.
Okay, I'm going to stay there. I'm not going to buy anything else.
Wow. Okay. And
yeah.
I'm out, of course. I'm at 0. So.
Okay. So now we buy units. So yes, we have 10 command points. So I'm going to buy. Oh, now these. There's a grizzled oak here. Grizzled oak's very nice. Grizzled oak is extremely nice.
Yep.
And it has an inbuilt 2 attack, which is going to be very useful for getting rid of these enemy spires.
It's pretty
so
good.
I think we're going to buy the grizzled oak and 2 warbriars. The problem with the grizzled oak is it only moves 1. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to not group these together at all. So there's going to be a warbriar, followed by another warbriar, followed by a grizzled oak. Need some more health chips.
That is a lot of pain.
Yeah.
That is a lot of pain. That's a lot of impale. Are you going to group your warbriars?
No. So warbriar number 1, then warbriar number 2, then the grizzled oak.
Okay.
Now, whether to put rower at the front or the back of all of them, I'm going to put rower on top.
Okay.
So we got one gigantic stack of units there.
Man, yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot.
Okay.
Okay, I have some interesting choices to make. So I really do like the idea of getting Phoenix out right now. But I also like the idea of this.
Phoenix moves 4. Wow.
Yeah, he's fast, and he has Forest Walk, yeah. This is a tough decision because Phoenix is he's really good. I think, let's see, that plus that would then leave me with that, which says that. Okay. That would do me good. The movement of those is very, very good. So yeah, so I am going to buy. Should I do that or should I just go hardcore? That's a good question. Here's a question for you, because this is very important actually for the scenario rules. So I have an ability on one of my characters called Quantum Dark. It says before or after this unit's movement, it may defeat itself in order to convert an adjacent opposing spire with 2 or fewer upgrades into a Naroran spire. I'm presuming that still works in this scenario.
I think so. You
even though we
cannot construct or upgrade.
Right.
It doesn't say anything about not being able to convert, so I think that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be worth it. So, and that's the case. I do not have enough to do that, but I could do that and that. So, let's go for it, right? Let's have some fun here. I am going to buy a Void, and I am going to buy, I think, I am going to buy a medium.
Okay, so the Void costs 7 and the medium costs 3.
That is correct.
So the Void has the Quantum Dark ability and the medium has the Possess ability. Now, Possess doesn't sound like something that's I'm going to like.
Possess says before or after this unit's movement, it may convert an adjacent ungrouped opposing faction minion by placing this unit underneath it. You now control the opposing minion as if it were your own. When damaged, remove health from the Naroran unit, and when all health is removed from the Naroran unit, it is defeated and the opponent regains control of their minion.
Nice.
The nice thing about that is the medium has 4 health, which is pretty good.
So by me playing a nice big fat grizzled oak, that might not be my grizzled oak for long.
Well, we'll have to see. I have to get next to him, so we're gonna have to kind of see how that works out.
Yeah.
I am going to stack them. Ooh, that's a tough choice. Do I do that or do I do that? Because Phoenix has to go on the top or the bottom.
Yep.
So, ooh, I think I'm gonna do the medium on top of the void.
Not grouped?
Not grouped because they're going to be different. And then Phoenix is going to go on the bottom.
Okay. There you go.
All right. I too have a giant stack of things.
Yep. One thing we didn't do at the start of the prep phase. Declare mark.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did not do that.
I should have declared my mark, which is going to be the refractor.
The refractor, okay.
Yep.
Put that right there.
And where is your mark?
My mark is going to be, I think, I think I am going to go after the creeping vines.
Okay. So the one in the lake. There.
Yep. We'll see how that works out.
Okay, right. So then we did the spending of CP, then we did deployment. Now it is the onslaught phase. So start of my turn. I have no start of turn effects. Movement. I am going to move Daiwon first. And Daiwon is going to move to here. Just move one forward towards your portal on the other side of the lake. Then Roa is going to move 1, 2 to here.
Okay.
And then the Warbriar is going to move 1, 2. And the other Warbriar is going to move to there. And then the Grizzled Oak is going to move to there.
Sure.
Okay. Nothing attacks me. And then Daiwon deals 2 damage to the portal, which gets rid of the bottom fortification chip.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is not looking good, kids.
Nope.
Not looking good. Just for the record, though, this scenario was supposed to be the Naroran versus the heirs, so Paul felt that he needed an advantage, so he went with the Grovetenders.
That's what it was. It wasn't that I cannot understand how to play the heirs at all.
I can understand it. I'm just not good at it, right?
Yeah.
So that's okay. That's all right. Okay. So my medium is going to move, and he can move 3. Yep. I am actually going to move him 1, 2, 3 right in between the rocks.
So 1, 2, 3 to there, yep.
Yep. Then the Void is going to go, and he is going to go right behind him.
Yep.
And then Phoenix is going to go, and Phoenix is going to, let me think here. If you were to do that, I would still be able to move before you did that.
So heroes can't move through minions, but minions can sort of move through your own heroes because they switch places, don't they?
Right. Yeah. I am going to put Phoenix just 1 out right behind the Void.
Okay. There you go.
He's going to slowly make his way into the melee.
So so my attack's nothing, your attack's nothing. Back to me.
Back to you.
Now, I'm just going to read that possess ability again.
Sure. It says before or after this unit's movement. Yep. Only minion.
That's the thing. Yeah. So the medium cannot convert Daiwon.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah. So I think Daiwon might just stay there and get rid of this portal. That feels like a strong move. So this Warbriar, I have no choice. It goes there. This Warbriar, I have no choice. It goes there. The Grizzled Oak is going to move 1 to there. And then Roa can only move through mountains, so can't move through the lake. Roa is going to take up the... now this is the thing. Your heroes either move before or after all of your minions. So if I put Roa in this gap here...
Then your guy's stuck there.
Which I think I want. Well, no, because then the Grizzled Oak will move and it'll exchange. So, it doesn't make that much difference.
That's true.
Done with movement. You've got nothing to attack me, so I take out the portal.
Yep. Portal is gone.
Boom, I get 3 source, putting me up to 8.
My goodness.
Okay.
This is the moment where I usually joke about how you should always lose the demo. All right. Well, the good thing is now I'm like completely cleared out here. I mean, look at all the space I have.
You got all this open space. You can, put some pastures down, and
I would love
do some
that,
mining of iron.
Ironically, the mountains are really as much a deterrent to me as they are to you, which is kind of interesting. Okay. I think it's over to me.
Yep.
Do I want to do that, or do I want to do that? If I do that, you have 2 range. You're going to do 2 damage. You're going to probably go after that. 1, 2, 3 will get me there.
Hang on.
There. Yes.
Darwin levels up.
Yes, you are correct.
So I flip Darwin over, and I lose the attack upgrade.
That is correct.
So Darwin is back down to 1 attack.
Yep.
But he has gained a health.
Gained a health of 3, yep.
And he now has the pacify ability. Pacify talent. Which is, instead of attacking, I can discard an adjacent landmark minion to gain 3 source. Okay. So if this was a minion, I could pacify it. There you go.
Okay. I am going to move my medium right up next to Daiwin.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
I am going to move the void behind. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 down between the lake and the tree.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, right there.
Because you've ended nearer than where you started, so that's fine.
And then Phoenix is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 right in between them.
There you go. Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
And your spires would attack, but they don't have range.
Nope, nothing's in range.
And then I can't possess Daiwin, but I can attack Daiwin. So
you attack me for 1.
Hit him for 1 and retaliate
back for 1. Okay. Nice. Yeah, because if this was a normal game, we'd be adding range upgrades to these spires, building more spires, and
for sure.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, one of the things that I do as a Naroran is try and get the portals out and reinforced like as soon as possible. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So my go. So Daiwin is in a little spot bother, but can move. So I can't get the Warbright.
Daiwin's kind of tight.
Yeah. Don't want to lose Daiwin.
The nice thing, though, I mean, Daiwin's a champion, so they can move in any direction they want. They don't have to blindly march towards the mark, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. The other thing as well, I've just noticed the upgraded Daiwin is not worth any source.
Yes, that is correct.
So, because normally you would get source for killing him, but the upgraded Daiwin, not worth anything.
Not at the moment. I could have a plan, because remember, Phoenix has Swindle. So.
Yes, that is true. I mean, that's just instead of attacking, you steal source off me, isn't it?
I steal source, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Whether or not your guy has source value or not.
So I think we're going to move Daiwin back to here.
What's the matter, Paul? Chicken?
No. There's a little travelling salesman here who's selling biscuits. So...
Is that a shrubbery? Traveling salesman selling biscuits. That's good. Well, bacon and rolls in the morning, right?
Yeah. Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's that hero done. Now I'm going to move my minions.
Yep.
So the Warbriar moves first, and the Warbriar is actually going to go...
I'm not hoping you make a mistake here because you're my friend, but I'm hoping you make a mistake.
Yeah. So I need to stay out of range 3.
Probably not a bad idea.
So if I go there, that is outside of range 3.
Yes.
And I think, if I've calculated it correctly, with this Warbriar, this space here is closer to my mark than this space.
With your mark being the refractor.
Yeah. Right now, I am 2 away from here.
Correct.
If I was there,
and that would
I'm
be
1
away. Yeah, that's correct.
So I could. Oh, we only move 2 anyway.
Yeah.
So so I can go there.
Sure. I mean, you could go to the one up from there, but yeah, I mean, not the one up from where the Warbriar is. Don't worry about it. It's too hard to explain spatial when you're not in the same room.
There you go. Now the Grizzled Oak moves It has to move 1. It has to make progress. It can't, so it is allowed to make a lateral move if it wants to, but it doesn't really matter.
Sure.
So the Grilled Oak is there. Then I move Roa.
He's just banging his head against the log.
Yeah, Roa can move to here.
Yes, because Roa has Mountain Walk.
Yeah, now I'm just going to check. So Swindle is instead of attacking, you would attack me for 2 and steal 2 of my source.
That is
if
right.
instead you were to attack me with both of those, you could actually deal me 3 damage.
And he's got 4.
Yeah, I think I might just stay there. Yeah, no, we're just going to stay there.
Look at how defensive he plays, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome.
Right, that is it for my movement.
Okay.
You don't have any spies that can attack me, so I think all I have is Daiwen doing 1 damage to the medium.
Correct. Okay.
And that, I think, is it. Okay.
Oof. Tight. Okay. So Daiwen has 2 health left.
Yes.
I am...
He's also just written his will.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Is the Swindle optional?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Swindle.
It does not look optional. It says when this unit attacks or retaliates against faction units,
deal damage.
It does not deal damage, period. And instead, it steals 1 source. So yeah, so I don't think that is optional. So, and that's okay.
Yep.
So this is going to get interesting because I want to do that, but I can't do that. But I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. And that, that would stop both of that, actually. That would be really good. Because if not, you're going to come in with that Warbriar. Roa has a range of 2, though, so I don't like that. Okay.
And your target is this Creeping Vine here.
Creeping Vines, yeah, the one. So, 1, 2, 3 would get me there, and then not let me do anything, and more than likely die from Impale, which would be bad. So yeah, I don't think the medium's going to work out very well for me this round. Let's...
Yeah, having the medium at the front.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do?
I could try and avoid it. Go on.
I can, because your retail has a range of 2.
This has a range of 2 up to here, yeah.
So he's going to get hit no matter what I do, so I think I should do that. Yeah. All right, I am going to go 1, 2, 3 with the medium and go on the other side of landmark.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Yep, just like that. And the Void, does he just switch places with Phoenix for his move?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first movement goes to there, so they switch. Because, your own heroes can't get in the way of your own minions.
But I can still finish the move for him with the remaining 2 points of movement, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I'll move up to, let's see, let's go there to go there. So I'm going to move up right next to Daiwen.
It's an attack of 4.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty heavy. And then Phoenix... Can I move over the landmark tile? Remind me of that. If I have Forest Walk, since it's on a forest?
I don't believe so.
I think it blocks everything.
Move on to occupied tiles.
Yeah. And I can't move through my own void. So
nope.
I'm just going to move Phoenix up 1.
Okay.
Yep, just like that.
Right. So
now
my retool is in range of your medium.
That is correct.
Okay. Let's see if I can roll another blank.
I hope so.
That will be my 3rd blank. It's a 1. So
it's
1 point of damage on the medium.
Okay. Whew. Okay. That could have been bad and really, really bad.
Yeah.
So now I have the option to explore if I want.
Yeah.
And I am going to explore.
Okay.
And I'm going to flip over.
Is it the It is. It's the source.
It is the source geyser.
So,
Yes. So I get to, I believe, if I remember right, I get to regain my health.
It's 2 health, I think, at the end of now.
Fountain. Once revealed, all adjacent units may recover 2 health.
At the start of each round. That's the problem. Yep. Round.
At the start of each new round, yes, that is correct. That is correct. So it's not right now. Yep.
It's not right now. It will be at the start of my turn.
And at the end of the current wave is when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's all right. So, I mean, I'll still get it at the beginning of your turn. So yes. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be a real shocker, but Void is going to kill Daiwin.
Yeah. So Daiwin dies.
Yep.
You don't get any source for that.
That is correct, unfortunately.
And Void, being a minion, doesn't gain any experience points.
That is correct. And Quantum Dark doesn't come into play right now. So.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Phoenix is just going to sit there and wave and go, "Hi, how are you?"
Hello. Trying to swindle a rabbit.
Right, yeah, something like that. He's trying to get to that salesman that was selling the biscuits. So.
Okay, so I'm
all right, Mr. Impale, bring it on.
Yeah, well, I think it's got to be done, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this Warbriar moves to here and impales the Void for 1.
Sure. Yep.
The other Warbriar moves to here and impales the medium for 1, which doesn't count as an attack. So the medium is removed and I gain 2 source.
That is correct.
Putting me on to 10. Then I have to move the Grizzled Oak next, so that just moves 1.
Yep.
And then Roa moves, and Roa moves... to... Oh, no, hang on. We forgot. The medium is not dead. We didn't do the source geyser.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So he should actually be 2 health.
You're now on 2 health. Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
There you go. And then Roa moves to... I think we're actually going to go...
He said confidently. Tough decision.
Yeah, we're going to go there. We're going to go onto the plains.
Okay.
In front of the retool.
All right. Seems fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Seems fair.
I think that's all my movement done. Yes.
Okay.
No
I don't have
exploration,
range
no
on you.
Yep. So the Warbriar has to attack.
Correct.
Does 1 damage.
Yep.
Dies from retaliation. You gain 1 source.
Yep.
This Warbriar attacks, does 1 damage to the medium. Then takes 1 back in retaliation.
Yep.
Roa then attacks the medium, killing the medium, sending it to the Forgotten Graves, gaining me 2 source.
Mm-hmm.
I will get that source. And then Roa levels up, and I'm going to take...
that's right. I forgot Roa's a champion. I completely forgot about that.
So Roa now has an attack upgrade.
That's nice.
I think. Now, hang on a minute. Roa has 4 health. The Void does 4 damage.
That is correct math. So do you want to do your own fortification suggestion?
I am going to do a fortification instead.
Okay. Seems good.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. Your go.
My go. Okay. I want to keep that there, but it's not going to happen. Man, if I did that, that would leave you with quite a bit on the board. The Quantum Dark is not as sexy right now because...
reading Quantum Dark again.
It would be...
to convert an opposing spire, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the converting is nice, and it would really, really help. But the ability... I would end up defeating myself, which would be very, very bad. leaving me with only Phoenix, which would send Roa into campfire mode, but then you would have your Grizzled Oak to just kind of like walk across and just boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
boom,
Smash.
pound into me as, yeah, it's Hulk smash, exactly. That's interesting. So I think the better thing to do is because I'm going to have to do that because I can't go into the forest at all. Great move, Scott. You are so bad at strategy. I am going to move the Void 1, 2, 3 in between the Creeping Vines and the Warbriar.
Tell you what, I've just realised.
Yep.
I added the fortification upgrade to Roa. I'm not going to take it back, but
Sure.
I added the fortification upgrade to Roa thinking, oh, you might move the Void round here and attack me.
I
You can't.
not have, because if I
No,
stop
the Void's
right
a
where
minion.
the finger is, it's the same thing, and I can't move backwards. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Void is
Yep.
a minion,
Yep.
and it has to go towards its mark. So, yeah,
That is, yep.
my mistake. Right, so where's it going?
He's going to go right up in between the Creeping Vines and the Warbriar.
There you go.
So one more. Yep. And then Phoenix is going to move in between the Warbriar and Roa.
So 1, 2, 3. Or do you want to go one more?
I have Forest Walk. Ooh.
Yeah,
I
I
have
would
Forest
put you
Walk.
in range of my both of the retools.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go on to the forest then. Yeah, that's a good call. Thank you.
Oh, this forest.
Yes, that forest.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So your Creeping Vines can do your worst, I think.
Yeah, one attack from there. That's the only thing that's in range. So
Yep.
here we go.
Here we go. Blank, blank, blank.
It's a 1.
Nope, it's a 1. Okay.
1 damage. So the Void is down to 2 health. Okay.
I have him at 3. Did I do something wrong? Because you attacked him with the Warbriar for 1.
I did the Impale.
Oh, the Impale. Yeah, that's
The
what I
Impale,
didn't think of. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
So what's the Void attacking? The Warbriar or the Creeping Vines?
That's a good question. I think I am going to attack the Warbriar because it will kill it.
Yeah.
Which is probably the wrong thing to do for the long term, but that's okay because it's a short-term decision.
Warbriar is dead. You gain 1 source. You are now on 2 source.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
And Phoenix can't hit anything.
Nope.
Yet.
Okay. Start of the next round. Phoenix would heal.
Yep, but he's at full.
Is at full. And then my go. So we have the Grizzled Oak that moves 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have Roa. Now then.
Now, you don't even have to move Roa if you don't
I
want
don't.
to. Yeah, being
I'm
a
just
champion,
looking
that's
at-
a hero, that's really good.
I'm just looking at the situation here.
I mean, clearly the right decision is to move 2 spaces to the right. I think that's a very strong, aggressive move.
What, here?
Yeah.
The thing is, how much am I worried about Phoenix when Phoenix can't actually attack
Right.
and deal
He's not
damage?
gonna
All
do any
Phoenix can do
damage.
is just steal lots of source.
I could steal lots of source.
And if I go here, I still have the ability to attack. I am in range of the Refractor, though, because the Refractor has 2 range upgrades, so the Refractor can reach
That
here.
is correct.
The point is, I will start off my turn next to the Source Geyser, and I'm probably going to heal up.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. It's probably safe. The downside is any damage dealt would take off the fortification chip.
That is correct. Yeah, because they on a hero they are just an extra point of health.
Yeah.
On a Spire, you have to deal 2 damage to them.
Yeah.
So, yep.
So it isn't an obvious choice.
That's what I love about this game.
Yeah.
They're very rarely do you sit here and go, oh, this is what I need to do, right? Unless you're in a situation where really the thing you need to do is right in front of you, right? But
Okay, so
yeah, there are a lot of options.
I'm going to move to here.
Wow. Okay. I like it.
And then on my attack, Rower is going to attack the Void.
Ah, yes. Good move. Very
1
good
damage
move.
to the Void.
Yep, 1 damage to the Void. And no retaliation because not
ranged.
It's a ranged attack. Yep.
Your go.
Well, that's very interesting. So Now I'm really, really glad that you didn't put the attack upgrade on Roa. So before or after its movement, the void will defeat itself in order to convert an adjacent opposing spire with 2 or fewer upgrades into a Naroran spire.
Yep.
So I will defeat myself and go to my forgotten.
And do we literally switch the miniature over?
I think. I mean, you're welcome to if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
There you go. So that is now yours.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot.
Okay, you have no minions left on the board.
That is correct. I still can move Phoenix, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can still move Phoenix. Phoenix is... Now, Swindle, I think, is anything... Let me double check that. No, yeah, that's what I thought. It's only... So this is the interesting part. So Swindle is when... here it is. When this unit attacks or retaliates against faction units.
Oh,
it does
right.
Damage. Roa is not a faction unit.
It is very specific in that, right? Okay.
It is. So I could leave Phoenix where he is and do 2 damage to Roa.
Yeah.
This
is hilarious though, because
we're
fighting right next to this source geezer that's going to basically keeps healing us.
But I have 2 damage. You only have 1, so that could.
But I healed 2 at the start of the round, so we'll never deal damage to each other. Brilliant.
I think it's pretty funny, actually. I think Phoenix is going to actually. I'm going to move up. No, because I don't want your shrubbery to hit Phoenix. That would be bad. I could quick strike him, but I can still do damage to the spires. They're not a faction unit. So yeah, let's do that. Phoenix is going to move up to in between my creeping vines and your shrubbery.
Yep.
And because of quick strike, he can attack the spire before the spire attacks him.
Yeah,
so
you've got 2 attack, which takes off the fortification.
It seems like the right move.
Okay. And now I get to do my spire attack on you.
That's correct.
And I've rolled a 1, so Phoenix goes down to 4 health.
That is acceptable.
Okay.
The nice thing about the convert there is it kind of swung the tide of 4 to 2 to now 3 to 3, which is kind of cool.
Yes, and if you're going to get rid of the shrubbery this turn, but I'm hopefully going to get rid of one of yours as well. So we will see. Right, start of the next round.
Yep.
Roa would heal up, but doesn't. Grizzled Oak, then, yeah, we're going to be here a while. So yeah, Roa is going to go here. Why not? Okay. I think, now hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Do we actually want to... Because what's going to happen is you're going to get rid of that shrubbery. You're then going to choose a new target.
That is correct. Actually, I should have chosen a new target already because the creeping vines was my target.
Oh, yes,
right?
You should.
I should have, yes.
Yeah. So where is your new target?
I think in that case...
it actually doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because
you have no minions on the board.
Yeah, Roa should be in campfire mode, yes. But I can choose a target just for record. I'll just choose the Retail at the bottom, so that's fine. So yeah. But
all of your minions
Roa is not going to move, actually. So
No. We that's the bit we got right last time, but we thought we got wrong. Roa would go into campfire mode once all of your units have gone.
Right, all of my units are gone, right?
You still have Phoenix.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying gone as in, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm misinterpreting how you're using the word gone. No worries about it.
Okay. Right. So Roa is going to move. So I think I'm just going to put Roa here for now. I've moved the Grizzled Oak.
Good move.
And then Roa is going to deal 1 damage to Phoenix. Phoenix is now down to 3 health.
Yep.
Okay.
That seems good.
Over to you.
I'm not moving anybody anywhere. And Phoenix gets the quick strike. So he will kill the shrubbery. And bye-bye shrubbery. That is correct. So I'm at 3 total source. Man.
Yeah.
Low source output. That's okay.
Now, I don't think the Grizzled Oak can move to next to Phoenix.
I don't believe so either,
I
because
think
the
the Grizzled
mark
Oak
you have
has
is
to
the
go
refract.
there.
Yeah.
Rower
Yeah.
is staying where he is.
Sure. He's going
And
to fire.
Rower is going to deal 1 damage to Phoenix. Phoenix is down to 2 health.
Seems fair.
You'll go.
Okay. Well, I think I am going to move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 down in between the Retall and the Retall.
3 or 4? 4?
Actually, you know what? He has 1, 2, 3. Oh no, because then the Grizzled Oak could attack him. Yeah, I'm going to move 4.
Okay.
So down in, right in between there. Yep.
Yep.
And with the quick strike, I'm going to hit the Retall to the right of Phoenix and
This
take
one?
off the range trip. Yep. No, the other one.
The other right.
Yep. The Jersey
Okay.
right.
And then I get 2 attacks on you.
Right. Yes, you do. Yep. Phoenix was a good buy for me this round.
There you go.
Ooh! Bye-bye,
Done.
Phoenix.
Yeah, bye-bye, Phoenix.
And you
I
get 3 swords.
3 more swords.
That's pretty good.
Uh,
That's okay.
okay.
Phoenix did a good job. He took out 1 spire. I converted another and did a damage to the Retall. I'm feeling good about that.
Rower goes into campfire mode.
Yes.
And then it's my go. So
Hold smash.
turns are going to go very quick here. I move 1, done.
Yep.
Your go, done.
I pass. Yep.
My go, done. Your go, done.
Yep.
My go, moved. I now get attacked.
You do, yes.
By your
the
refractor.
has a 3 range. If anyone doesn't understand that, the spires automatically have 1 range naturally, and then I have 2 more range upgrades, so I have a total of 3. So
That's the
all right,
other
double
bit
twos.
that's really hard to teach people.
Double 2s. Come on, baby.
The last time I taught it, I've now found a way of teaching that. But the first few times I taught the game, it was really confusing.
Nice.
So,
We should talk about that later.
oh, 3 damage.
Ooh, I like that. That's really
I
good.
do not like that. I don't think this Grizzled Oak is going to get very far.
I am so good at rolling, let me tell you.
Right. My go.
Yep.
I move 1. You
Yep.
attack me again.
Yep, let's do that one more time.
I'm going to use different dice.
Makes all the difference.
It's 2 damage.
2 damage. Uh-oh, he's getting plinked.
Okay. Then I move 1. No,
Yep.
I didn't get it.
Come on.
Yep. There's 3.
Ooh, wow, man.
Right.
And I get 3 more swords.
You
so I
get
go
3
6.
more source.
Yeah.
And that is the end of wave
Oof.
2.
I feel so much better now about getting that upgrade on the refractor from the event die.
Yeah.
That is great. That is
Speaking
great.
of getting upgrades to spires from event dice,
Yes.
it's my turn to do that because I only have 2 spires in play, and you have
correct.
3.
Yep.
And I've rolled a
Survey
5,
says- Ooh, that's good. That's a range chip.
so I get a range chip. So that's going to go on.
Aw, that
This
didn't do
Retall.
anything. Phoenix died for nothing.
Yeah. Okay, the
That's
source
okay.
geezer disappears.
Yes, it does.
Rower
It
is
blows
awake
up.
again. We clear the market.
Yes, sir.
We get a new market. Okay, where are the market chips? Here are the market chips. So the 3 market chips we have are...
So that was really interesting. So round 1 of the skirmish, you clearly did way better than I
Yeah.
did.
And
And
round 2 I
round
messed it up.
2 completely switched it around, right?
Yeah.
So end of round 1, it was 4-2.
4
And-
4 to 2,
because
was
I-
it? No.
I
Yeah.
think- yeah, and now it's 3-2.
Yeah.
So
me
that was
me
pretty
building
dramatic.
that Grovetender. Sorry, the... what was that I built? The big thing.
The Grizzled Oak.
That's it. That was a really bad idea.
I don't know.
Yes.
Perspective. I think it was good.
my plan was to put Rower ahead of it, so that Rower
Sure.
would take the damage. But then, because of course you lost everything, Rower went into campfire mode, and the Grizzled Oak was just so slow, and it never got anywhere. So
Yep.
okay, so wave 3.
Wave 3.
We have done the event phase,
Event.
income phase.
Yep.
It's 8 each.
It is 8 each, yes, because it's
Okay.
4 plus the previous round.
But
so
I've
I am
got
going to go 14.
In a oak, which means I get another 3.
Nice.
No, I get another 4. So I actually get 12.
So you're at 20.
Uh,
Is that right?
There's another 10. 25.
Nice.
I am allowed to go above 20. Normally you're limited to 20, but this particular faction upgrade I took Means your source capacity is now 30.
Wow.
Okay, so
Well,
I have
14.
25 source.
That's not bad.
Okay, so you get to spend first. Well, it's market phase first, isn't it? So in the market phase, we have 3 heroes. We have Lahadnil, Callus, and Carbon. Or Carbon, or Carbone, however you want to pronounce it. Carbone.
What were the other 2? Carbone, Callus?
Lahadnil. Funny looking purple guy.
Lahadnil. He looks like Thanos.
Yes, he does.
Okay, these guys are all... Carbone is 4...
So let's go through these abilities. Carbone is battle hardened. So when attacked, reduce the damage by 2.
It's pretty good.
Capture. When this unit defeats a minion, you actually capture it. Its faction may not return the minion to its barracks, which against you is not really that useful because you don't get your units back anyway. Lahadnil has got channel and healing. Channel is gain 2 source each time this unit is attacked. And healing at the start of your turn, this unit may recover 1 health. And Callus has got 2 range and Spire Shot. As part of this unit's movement, it may move on to an adjacent friendly non-fortress spire. While on a spire, this unit gains +1 range. Nice, so we can climb up spires and attack from the top.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to buy Callus. Okay,
so you spend 4 source on buying Callus.
Yeah, seems good.
Okay, and we get that replaced by... it's a mercenary minion, the Fashioner.
The Fashioner.
Which has the improved talent.
He makes ascots.
If this unit ends its movement adjacent to a friendly spire, you may spend 2 source to add any upgrade to the spire, ignoring upgrade restrictions. Except we can't in this game.
That is correct.
So is that another one you think we should remove?
It seems logical. I mean,
we're going to get rid of it.
You wouldn't want a chip that's completely dead due to the rules.
So we have instead the Convict, who is battle hardened.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take Carbone.
Okay.
For 4 source because he's awesome.
Even with the capturing, huh?
It's the battle hardened.
Yeah, battle hardened is good.
And does that apply to? Yeah.
Plus he has 4 health, which is really good.
Battle hardened. When this unit is attacked by a spire, reduce the damage dealt by 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems like a refractor beater.
Yes. Okay, so you have 15 command points to spend.
That's a lot.
That's more than I've ever had in any other game.
Yeah, that's crazy a lot.
I'll start thinking about how I'm going to spend my 15.
Okay.
Because that's a crazy amount.
That seems really good too, but he only has 2 movement, so I'm not sure if that would be worth it or not. Might be.
You can buy another hero, can't you?
Yeah.
Yep. Because you've got Callus, but I can't because I've still got Roa, and I've just bought Carbone. So no more heroes for me.
Ooh, what is assimilate again? Sorcerer War, 2 axes. Oh yeah, that's not going to matter much. I think we've got to go 5, 10, and then that may actually come into play this round. And that will not. So we'll do
hang on.
that.
We're not in the prep phase, we're in the build phase.
Oh, duh. Yeah, we completely forgot to build.
Build phase.
That's funny. Okay. Yes, so as I was so busy trying to figure out what I would upgrade in my fortress, I am going to... we have not hit the prep phase yet, so I still could save my source for my pavilion. So I'm going to spend 3 and go down to 7, and I'm going to get my Fanatic Tower.
Okay.
Fanatic Tower right there, which lets me roll the Fanatic Tower die, which is the white one. It says it says observatory. Gain and roll the fanatic die. If your roll is higher than 5, reduce it to 5, and then lock the result as your FT range.
Okay. I have rolled a 5.
Good. I rolled a 7, so it would have been a 5 anyway.
Okay.
So I totally forgot that we were doing that. So, yep. All right. So that's a 5.
Yep.
So that's good. Yeah. So now you get to choose.
Yeah. Oh, it's just fallen on the floor. What I was going to build. It's going to be the Hall of Shaping, level 1.
Okay.
Which basically means that my minions summoned by taproots is reduced by 1.
Okay. That seems good. Remind me again, the rules specifically say spires may not be constructed or upgraded by any means except through the event die. So there is zero. Yeah, there is 0 point to me adding Order of Assimilation to my pavilion. But I do like the idea of using that a little more. This is a tough decision.
Yeah.
Because I want to have, I don't have a lot. I have 7 left. The portal rings could be really advantageous. I really don't need to get into the Forgotten Graves at this point because I think we're going to finish it on this round possibly. Or on this wave.
There's certainly going to be a lot of crazy stuff on the board.
There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff on the board, yes. And I don't need the Azure Temple. Yeah, I'm going to use 3, go down to 4, and I'm going to upgrade my power rings.
Okay.
First level for that one. So that one says, during the prep phase, place a selected ungrouped unit here instead of your fortress gate. At the start of your first turn during the onslaught phase, teleport this unit to a valid hex within FT range.
Yeah.
So they can
FT range is 5, but you count the range from where?
From the fortress gate, I believe.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to buy Hall of Shaping level 2.
Nice.
Costs me another 3.
That seems fair.
Anything you want to do with your remaining 4?
Nope, I think I'm going to hold on to it.
Okay, so I'm buying Hall of Shaping level 3.
Sure, seems good.
Which costs 4. And that still leaves me with 14. So...
I got a hunch I'm going to see a lot of taproots this turn.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, the taproots cost... If I'm going to start summoning, they cost a lot to summon.
They do, yes.
I've got 3 taproots, and each one is going to summon possibly a Treed. They cost 5, which means I'm going to need 15, and I only have 14, so I think I might stop there. Oh no, the source cost for minions summoned by taproots is reduced further. Right, it's reduced by a total of 3. So I can actually summon Treeds for 2 each. Yeah, that's
seems good.
Fine, I think. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good with that. Okay, so now we're on to the prep phase. So we first of all declare our marks. Where would you like to put your mark?
Oh, that is a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will go after the second retall, the one in the back.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Put that there. Well, I'm going to go after this creeping vine.
Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that.
Formerly mine, creeping vine.
You can totally do that.
And now we get to spend our 15 command points.
Yes. Wow. Yes. I already have mine ready to go.
Okay.
It's quite a bit. So I am going to do an arc light, which is going to be grouped with another arc light.
Yeah, so that costs you 6.
I'm going to do a conduit, which costs me 4, so it's 10. And then bishop, which is 5 for 15. And I am going to... Stasis is important. So conduit says, before or after this unit's movement, you may place it on top of an adjacent ungrouped opposing faction minion. That minion becomes inactive. However, any damage dealt to this unit is removed from the inactive minion's health. This unit must move off of the minion on the next turn in which it can make progress.
Right.
So because of that, I'm going to have my arc lights not be grouped and be separate.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm going to stack them like an Oreo, arc light, conduit, arc light, and put bishop at the back.
Okay.
And then I have Callus, who will go at the very back.
Are you using the power rings at all?
I am going to use power rings, and that lets me put... I don't think I can put Callus on there. Oh no, during the prep phase, place a selected ungrouped unit here instead of the fortress gate. Oh, I could put Callus there. That's interesting. Ooh, that's really interesting. You know what? I think in that case, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Do that and do that. I think I'm going to put bishop on the portal rings.
Bishop on the portal rings.
Yep. So it'll go arc light, conduit, arc light, and then Callus.
Yeah. Okay. And at the start of your turn, bishop basically comes out and gets a free 5 movement points. Is that right?
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah.
So
okay.
This is pretty good. And I think FT range, if I remember correctly, is completely... many of Fortress advancements refer to FT range. This can be acquired by advancing the Fanatic Tower. FT range is counted from your Fortress Gate unless otherwise stated. If you have not advanced your Fanatic Tower, your Fortress rate or FT range is 0. So yeah. So it's not actually movement points. It's just a hex within 5 of my Fortress Gate. So.
Yeah. So I'm just looking up how am I going to get rid of a fortification chip.
Sure.
So I have the Treeds have the Ram ability, the Ram talent, which is when attacking an adjacent spire, this unit may remove an attack upgrade from that spire, even if it's not at the bottom.
Yep.
So that'd be good. I could ram this Creeping Vine, get rid of the attack upgrade.
Yep.
But it's still got a fortification.
Sure.
That's the problem. And I have very few units that actually have 2 attack.
Yep.
I have the Ogre Growth and the Grizzled Oak, and we all know how the Grizzled Oak turned out last time.
Well, it sounds like you need to bring out some of your heroes and upgrade them.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be 3 taproots, which is 9.
Okay.
And the Ogre Growth for 5, so I've got one spare, which
okay.
I can't do anything with. Now, how am I going to group these? That is the question.
An interesting question.
That is indeed the question. So...
Oof. Overgrowth has 5.
So yeah, taproots. I summon something and it goes on this space, and then the taproot flips over and gets grouped with it.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, it says may only be performed by an ungrouped unit.
Yep.
Instead of moving, you may spend X source to create a Warbriar for 3, a Vine Herald for 4, or a Treed for 5.
Yeah.
But don't forget you have your discounts because of your
Discount
upgrades.
3. Yeah.
Yep. If performed by the taproot, the unit is summoned and on its promoted side.
Yeah.
Flip the taproot and group it under the summoned unit in the same hex.
And the upgraded Treed has got 2 attack.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So it's what is it I can summon? Treed?
Treed, Vine Herald, or Warbriar, and the Treed is only going to cost you 2. So
yeah, okay.
That seems good.
I only have 2 Treeds, but one will die and then will come back. Oh, and the upgraded Warbriar is also 2 attack as well. Okay, yeah, yes. We're looking good. We're looking good.
Just don't, whoops, as I throw my health chips around the board, don't forget that your summon can only be done by an ungrouped minion.
Yes, so I have
while you're bringing out
all of my taproots.
Yeah.
I need some more health chips. Oh no, there they are. Right, okay. So I have Carbone first.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
God, I forgot you had Carbone.
Yeah, Taproot, and
Yep.
Ogre Growth,
Yep.
all ungrouped.
Oof, man.
And
I
then
can
Roa
barely
still
hold
in the
all
middle of
those
the table.
chips.
Yeah.
That
Right.
is they're taller than your spire.
Yep. Okay.
We're off.
It is your go.
It is my go. So Bishop is launched like a catapult.
Mm-hmm.
And Bishop is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So the rock formation, I could go there. I don't want to go there, but I could go there. The rock formation that is the 3 hex there. Yeah. Bottom left of that one.
There.
One more over. Yep, right there.
Okay.
Yep. All right, and then.
Now, is that before your move or instead of your move?
Oh, that's a good question. I've never played it as it was. It says during the prep phase, place a selected ungrouped unit here instead of the fortress gate. At the start of your first turn during the onslaught phase, teleport this unit to a valid hex within FT range. Yeah, if everything I know about Adam and Josh and their use of the English language, I think he would get to move after that.
Yep.
So okay. Well,
let's change where you went.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it changes what I'm going to attack for sure. Right. So Bishop will move up 2 and go to the left 2. Yep. Bingo.
Okay.
Then the arc light will come out and move 2 directly straight forward and down. That's correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Then the conduit will move 2 straight forward to the left. Yep. Then the arc light will move 1 in. And Callus, who has Mountain Walk, which is very nice, will go onto the forest.
Okay. Right. So my retool is within range of Bishop.
That is correct.
Okay. You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Okay.
Bishop's got 4 health. He's a beast.
He's fine. This is a specially modified die. I've put a 4 on it.
Here comes the 2.
It's a 2. It is a 2. There you go. It is a 2. Finally.
Oh, the fates. The fates.
Okay. But now Bishop attacks.
Bishop is going to attack,
and gets rid of that range chip on the retool.
Yep. Gets rid of the retool.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can still attack it even though it's not your mark. Because it is a target. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Me.
Yep.
Well, Roa's still
that 2 may have just swung the momentum.
Yeah, I'm if I'd have just upgraded Roa's attack when I could have done, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Right. Carbone, move 3. 1, 2, 3. We need to just rush now. Get in. Taproot. The summon is instead of moving, isn't it?
Correct.
So I am not going to do that just yet. And you can't use your talents when you're on the base anyway.
Right.
And then this ogre growth. In fact, let's... let's do that. Let's put them that way around. Okay. And then Roa.
Interesting decision to make with Roa.
It is, because I'm going to deal 1 damage to this, but then you're going to deal 2 back to me.
Yes, sir. Math is your friend.
But yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to keep Roa where he is. We're going to attack you for 1, and then you attack me back for 2. So that's the fortification chip gone and a health, putting Roa down to 3 health.
I'm good with that.
Okay. And that is my go done.
All right.
I'm a little bit worried because that retool is about to die, and that leaves me with 1 spire. Considering the objective of the scenario is to defeat all enemy spires.
I just thought of something I should have done, but I didn't do. So that's okay. That's the beauty of this game. You always learn to get better. Okay, so I am going to move Bishop. He's more than likely going to die.
Got to move.
Oh, well, the Retall doesn't have his 2 range anymore.
Nope. I don't think Bishop has a choice.
Bishop is basically going to move 2 forward.
It moves there.
Yep. But he's not going to get attacked by either of the spires, which is good.
No.
And then Arclight 2, Conduit 2, Arclight 2, and Callus is actually going to move into the mountains where the source well is.
Okay. Is that right?
Yep. That is correct.
So I don't attack you. Who is Bishop attacking?
Bishop is going to attack the Retall that has only the one that is 2 away from him. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So you get 2 source.
Yep.
Now down to 1 spire.
There we go, folks.
I am down to that. Wow. Okay, so
this is tight. If only you could have made more shrubberies.
I know. Okay, so Roa still on the 1 attack. Needs to start doing something.
Well, the nice thing is Roa can destroy Bishop right now with no
no
fear of retaliation.
Yeah, but no, I think
get your upgrade chip back.
We're going to kill Bishop a different way.
Oh, creative deaths. I like it.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking it's whether I want to defeat Bishop with Roa or Carbone.
These are the hard decisions in life you have to make, Paul.
Yeah, I think we're going to move Carbone first, and we're going to put Carbone there.
We should have said also at the beginning of this that if you are here to see the most competitive strategies of Cloudspire, you have come to the wrong video.
Watch this. Yeah. If you want to watch 2 people who know the rules but don't really know how to play, then this is the video for you.
That's right. As long as you like good banter.
So Roa is going to go to there, actually.
Okay.
What does Source Field do?
Source Field is when this unit is attacked, you may spend source equal to the amount of damage dealt in order to negate all the damage, but the unit does still retaliate.
Well, I don't like that. I do not like that.
I do. Especially with my 6 source that I have now.
Yeah, so I think Roa's gonna... Yeah, Roa's not going to be here for long. Okay, so there's that. That's the 2 heroes move. So, all right, so I'm going to move this taproot first. Again, I don't think I want to summon because that's just going to hold us up. So that's going to move 2 to there.
Okay.
Then this ogre growth is going to move 2.
Very nice.
Then this taproot is now going to summon.
Okay.
So I am going to spend 3 source. Was it 3?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it was 2.
I think it was 2, yeah. If
2 source to summon an upgraded Treed.
Upgraded Treed.
So that taproot flips over. That goes under there. 5 health. So that's that.
Seems good.
Summon. Summoned unit does not move this turn. Yep, and then this taproot moves to there.
Okay. Seems good.
Okay, so attacks. Your spire doesn't have any range, so that can't hit me. And then Carbone is going to attack Bishop, kill Bishop.
Sure. And get
Bishop is dead, and I get
4
4
source.
source. Not that I need all of this source.
And then
another upgrade.
Carbone's a hero too, so he gets an upgrade.
Carbone is a hero, so gets an upgrade. And the upgrade I'm going to take is attack.
Seems good.
And then Roa does 1 damage to Callus and takes 1 damage back.
Takes 2 damage back.
2 damage back. Okay, that was a mistake.
Do you still want to attack him? That's fine if you don't. We're not playing for blood or anything. If you want.
Yeah, I would have probably moved here and attacked the Arclight.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that being 2. So
no worries.
Are you spending 1 source?
Yes, I will spend 1 source.
Okay. You are down to 5 source.
Yep, but I don't. There's no retaliation.
There is no retaliation. Yes. Right, you'll go.
Okay. Bishop resurrects. No, I'm kidding. That would be amazing. Yeah, there's. Did you not get the upgraded sheet?
No,
if you
I
actually
didn't,
convert a spire, you can. Yeah, no. Okay.
The FAQ is coming in as we speak.
Yeah, right.
It's from Scott Morris at chiptheorygamespretend.net.
Chip theory not proper, right?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so I think I am going to... Ironically, where your Roa is now an annoyance to my Callus.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. So the arc light is going to move 2 straight forward.
Mm-hmm.
The conduit will move 2 straight forward, and the arc light behind him will march along in a little parade line.
Yep.
Now, before or after its movement for stasis, for the conduit, you may place it on top of an adjacent ungrouped opposing faction minion. That minion becomes inactive. However, any damage dealt to this is removed from the inactive minion's health.
Yep.
This unit must move off during the next phase. I am going to move the conduit onto the arc light behind me. So to the right of him.
Oh, hang on a minute. So you can do it on yourself.
Yes, I think so, if I understand it right.
Before you may place it on top of an adjacent, ungrouped... No, opposing.
Oh, it is opposing.
It is opposing.
I wrote it wrong. Yeah. So do I want to do that to Roa or not?
You can't. For 2 reasons. Roa is not a faction unit, and also not a minion.
That's right.
So,
yeah, you are right. Faction minion. Okay, so that's fine. That's cool.
Okay.
So
How
here's
are you
how it's
going to
going
kill
to
Roa?
Yeah, that's the fun part. Is source field only when it's attacked? Yeah, it's only when it's attacked. I will use the conduit to do 2 damage to Roa.
2 damage to Roa, and the conduit takes 1 back.
And then Callus is going to fire at Roa and kill Roa.
So you get 3 source.
Ironically, I get 3 source. Takes me up to 8.
Yep.
However, if you look at Callus, he does not have room for upgrade chips.
Oh, no, he doesn't, does he?
Yeah, so he can't get it.
So he can't actually get an upgrade. Right, okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
No
All
worries. All done.
Okay.
I tried to line my guys up to force you near the refractor, so let's see how that works out.
So Carbone is going to be going... So your minions are going to be going for here.
Yes.
Callus... he's going... Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to move my minions first.
Okay.
And I'm going to move this taproot first.
And actually, if you're okay with it, since I let you take the Roa move back, Callus should have moved on my turn, and I didn't. I could have moved him down 1 to... Yeah, right down and to the left. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
So...
The other thing I love about this game is it's gorgeous. Like, it has so much table presence.
Minions can't move through minions. So this taproot is kind of blocking the path for this ogre growth.
Yep.
If I choose to summon, then that's not good. But if I choose to move, I will end up... Can I move past my mark?
Normally, no, because you're going towards a fortress gate, but I would imagine yes. I mean, as long as you are closer to your mark than when you started, I would imagine you could. It's not like you have to move to your mark. You just have to be closer to your mark.
So I think that one goes there and that one goes there.
Yeah, sure.
Then this ogre growth is rooted, so I could choose to stay put if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. That's going to move 2.
Okay.
This taproot is also going to move 2.
Yep.
And then this tree can move 3, but this can actually move through forest.
That is correct.
So it can go 1, 2,
onto the plains.
3.
Yep.
Whether I want it to go there or not is another question. No, I don't. I'm going to put it there.
Okay.
Okay, and then Carbone is going to go 1, 2, 3 because he's just realised he's left the oven on. So he's got to pop home and just
left the kettle on.
Just get those out there.
That's fair.
That's called Operation Runaway.
Yeah, look at that. You just have this like wall of Grovetenders.
Okay, your your stroke mine creeping vines gets to attack.
Yes.
Who do you want to attack?
That's a good question. I think I'm going to go after the taproot.
Okay. And you deal 1 damage to the taproot.
All right, that's fair.
Okay. And then my ogre growth attacks for 2.
Yeah.
Getting the fortification. And then the taproot attacks. Yeah. So that has gone.
Yep.
Crunch.
And you get 2 more source.
I get 2 more source. Got way more than I need. And then my new target is the refractor.
Ooh, okay. So I didn't need to try and bring you over here. You're coming over here on your own. I like that.
Right.
Okay.
I'm done. Your go.
Okay. Yep, this is where math is truthfully your friend. That really hurts too, because my plan was to get Callus on top of that spire, but that's not going to work. So I wonder if I should do that one too. Yeah, that would actually probably help. 2, 1, 2. Is that closer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be closer that way. Okay. Let's do the arc light 2 forward.
Along the path.
Yep. Conduit is going to go 2 up. So go, yep, exactly. Yep. Arc light will then go 2 forward. And Callus is going to go 2 down into the tree.
Down in here?
Down to the left, yep.
Okay. Right, so no spires attack. You don't have any attacks.
Nope.
So my go. Right, now. So I'm going to choose to move minions first. So I need to move the leading minion first. The leading
Callus
minion is the one.
Ugly dude.
He is. So the leading
I look at
minion
him
for me
and all I can think of is Taserface.
It's my minion which is the closest to the mark.
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's any of those 3, actually.
Yep.
Those 3 are all the closest, so I can move any one of those first.
Yep.
And I'm going to move Ogre Growth 1, 2 to there.
You know what I just realized, which is kind of funny?
Go on.
I think this may be the first full game you and I have ever played together, because we've only played demo games at shows before. So it took us not going to Gen Con to finally play a game together.
I think we should just cancel all conventions forever. I've done things that I've never been able to do. Never considered doing before.
Yep.
So I've moved the Ogre Growth to here.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 taproots are both going to summon.
Yep.
And they are both, well, one of them is going to summon a Treed.
Okay.
Which will be this one. So that goes on there, that goes on there, and I get 2 more health. And then the other one...
Forget to flip the taproots over too.
Yep, done that. The other one is going to summon... Oh, and that cost 2 source. Oh,
2 source.
So much source. I was worried about running out.
I know, you have like insane amount.
I was going to buy the other thing that I should have done, but I didn't, so I won't.
That's okay.
Yeah, the other thing I can summon is a Vine Herald or a Warbriar. Let's look at the Vine Herald, the upgraded Vine Herald.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
It's got capture.
Yep.
Oh, okay. No, capture's no good, is it?
Right. I mean, it's the same thing that Carbone has.
Yeah. Now, Impale is going to work against the Arc Lights, I think.
Yes, because it's not an attack.
It's not an attack. So, yeah. So I am going to summon a Warbriar, which normally costs 3.
It's going to cost you nothing. Yeah.
Do I want to do that, or do I want to just wait?
He also has 2 damage.
As well as the Impale?
Yep.
Yeah, go on. Let's do it.
Sure.
So that taproot there...
So just make sure I got it right. You got a Treed at the bottom left and a Warbriar at the top right.
Yeah, so from the Fortress Gate, I have Carbone,
Treed.
a Treed, a Warbriar, and an Ogre Growth.
Yep.
So that one's summoned, and that one's summoned. This Treed hasn't moved yet and has Forest Walk, so it can and it will. And it has to go closer to this. So it can actually go, if I want it to, 1, 2, 3, which isn't ideal.
I like the idea.
But
I mean, I'm a gambling man.
yeah, I think that's where we're going to go.
Okay, I like it.
And then Carbone comes out because he's gone home, turned the oven off.
All good, all's well.
And he's going to go here.
He saw Callus's face and went, "Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, that guy's
don't
ugly. I
like
gotta
that.
get out of here."
We don't like that. No, in fact, let's go here. Yeah, there's good.
Okay.
Right. I think your spies are out of range. Yes. So it is just my attacks.
1, 2, 3. Yep, that is correct. Yep.
So the Ogre Growth here, I think, kills the Conduit.
That is correct.
Okay.
You will get 3 more source,
Okay, 3 more souls.
which you so desperately need.
Yeah. Then it doesn't really matter here because you're going to spend source to protect yourself. So yeah, this tree does 2 damage to this arc light.
Okay, so I'll spend 2 to prevent that.
And
then I retaliate for 2.
Oh yeah, you retaliate for 2.
Yep.
Oh, in which case I'll do it on that one.
That's fine.
And then Carbone attacks for another 2.
Sure, that's fine.
So you spend another 2 source?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
So now I'm down to 4.
You are down to 4 source.
Yep.
And
if anyone's going, why did Paul do that? Because if he attacks that arc light and it retaliates to the Treed, then when Carbone attacks the same arc light, then he doesn't retaliate.
Yeah, you only get 1 retaliate no matter how many times you attack it.
Yeah.
And I think that is it for me.
Okay.
So you'll go.
Okay. I'm kind of blocked off a little bit, so that's going to be interesting. I 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. The arc light is going to move 2 up in between the Warbriar and the Treed.
Mm-hmm.
The other arc light, I think, is forced to move up to the Ogre Growth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, maybe not. The way I count it, it looks like 6 either way.
So you can, you don't have to.
Yep. I think because, well, he has 2.
Yeah, if it can't make progress, then it may make a lateral move, but it's optional.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave him right where he is.
Okay.
And then I am going to move Callus. I really like the idea of hitting that Treed. Yeah, I'm not going to move Callus. I'm going to leave Callus where he is.
Okay.
Okay. So you have no spires that are within range. I get to attack. I am going to use Callus to do 2 damage to the Treed.
Oh, yeah.
Which will leave him with 1.
1.
And then have the arc light deal 2 damage to the Treed.
Which means no retaliation.
Right.
Okay.
And
then a little taproot appears and goes, oh,
little wee tiny taproot. And then the arc light, who is all the way stuck up there, is going to do 2 damage to the Treed.
Okay. And that does retaliate.
Does retaliate for 1?
For 2.
Oh, I had him on the wrong side. I forgot about that. Yes. That's fine. Either way is fine. I want him to be the one to take damage.
And you spend 2 source?
Yes. Okay. No, I can't because it's I'm attacking you, not you're attacking me. Your retaliations, I can't spend source to stop. So he dies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Yep. So you get another 3 source.
Source literally coming out of my ears.
That's funny. What do you have?
Okay.
You have 12, 22. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. Right.
That's it.
Okay, so yeah, so it's only when you are attacked.
Right.
Or you're... I thought it said retaliated against.
It says when this unit is attacked, you may spend a source equal to the amount of damage dealt. Yep.
Okay. And a retaliation is not an attack. So, my go. So my means, the taproot can't move.
Right.
The ogre growth can and will.
Mm-hmm.
This warbriar can and will. This treed moves 3 and can move through forest. So 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And then Carbone is a bit stuck.
Yeah.
So we're going to move him round to here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Seems okay.
Although, yeah, I'm worried about Callus. I'm worried about Callus sneaking around the back and getting rid of this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah. That's the problem now. Okay. That's it. I don't think I've got a choice on my movement. So I have lots of attacks.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have 4 source.
Yep.
So you're actually going to survive this.
Barely, I think.
Yeah.
I think you can kill him. I think you can kill him.
Well, this taproot is going to attack Callus.
Oh, that's right. He's got range.
He's got 2 range. So that's 1 damage on Callus.
Sure. And then
Callus deals 2 damage back to the taproot.
That stops him from retaliating against anybody else. That's really smart. So I get 2 source and go to 6. Yay.
You got 6 source. I then attack you with the ogre growth first.
Sure.
Dealing you 2 damage. Are you protecting yourself?
Yes, I will.
Okay, and then you deal 2 back to me.
Yep.
That Arclight is amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
I then attack you with the treed for 2. Are you spending the source?
Yes, it will.
You're down to 2 source. And that
does not retaliate.
That is it.
Yeah.
I should have brought that warbriar in earlier. Right, okay.
I think what you're saying is I have a chance.
Yeah. It's your go.
Okay, so the Arclight has to move, so he's going to go 1-2 up next to Carbone and the Treed.
Yeah.
Battle Hardened, remind me again what Battle Hardened does. That is
whenever I am attacked by a spire.
Spire, yeah.
2 damage is prevented.
That's right. Okay, so... That's an interesting decision with Callus. Yeah, I am going to move 2 on top of the spire for Callus.
Because you can.
Because I can. Them's the rules. Which gives him +1 range.
He has now a range of 3.
And my Arclight is
runs away, climbs up, starts throwing rocks down.
My Arclight is going to actually deal 2 damage to Carbone.
Yep. So you deal 2 damage to me, and I deal 2 damage back to you.
2, yes, because you have the upgraded chip ability. And
so
that
is that the Arclight dead?
Yeah, there's the Arclight dead finally. Yep. So you get 3 more source. Don't forget to...
I won't forget to add 3 more source on. There you go. Right, okay.
I need to get some kind of damage in on that guy, though.
So all you have left is Callus, who is stood on top of the spire.
Yep, and he is a hero, so I have no more faction units.
You don't? No.
Yep.
Okay, my go?
Yep.
Well. Now, what type of terrain is that? Yes.
That
is plains.
I think so, because of the
brown.
There's
a little tree on there, but... So I have to move this ogre growth first, which goes 1-2, but this tree can go 1-2-3.
That is correct.
The warbriar goes 1-2, and then Carbone is going to come in and say, "Wait for me." 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. So your spire gets to attack.
Wait a minute. Did you move him 1 more space? I thought he was on the plains.
Oh, I'm not sure. I can find out very quickly by switching my view to the YouTube video.
On my map, I had the...
and rewinding it.
Plains. Oh, look at that. That's brilliant.
And we've got a cat wailing.
That's okay.
That time
I have
of
dogs
the
that
night.
may bark.
Have I gone back too much?
Yeah, I thought he was on the plains next to the source well there.
There was a minute. He was there. And
so he goes back 1, 2. Oh no, yeah, 1, 2, 3.
1,
Yep.
2.
I'm sorry,
3,
I can't
4.
count. Math is your friend. Yep.
No. No, I moved it 4.
Yeah. So it has to go back 1. Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
There you go. Okay. So you're definitely within range.
I am definitely within range. Yes. So
it does not do me any good to fire at Carbone whatsoever.
2 damage is prevented if you do. So
yeah. And the
now,
tree.
Do you have a choice?
I think so. Right.
I'm the last time I played was solo, and I know in solo the AI spires have to follow certain rules. So I'm just checking.
Sure. I think
spires
for,
firing.
think
Spires
for me,
fire. For each spire that fires, the controlling player takes the dice pool. If it has multiple targets, a single target must be. Yeah, I think in the AI mode, it has to go for one that it can kill and things like that. Okay.
Right.
Which one do you want to go for?
That's a good question. Your Treed has
3 health.
3 health.
The Ogre Growth has 3 health.
I think I got to go for the Treed because of the Ram ability.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yes!
That's a double 2. I'm definitely writing to Chip Theory Games and get some new dice. So
that is one dead Treed that
is
just turned into a taproot.
Is an X Treed.
And I get 2 source.
And you get 2 source.
That was beautiful. I told you it's a skill, man. Rolling those dice, skill.
So my attacks. Well, the Treed has a nibble and takes off one of the range upgrades. Oh, well, can I attack Callus?
I think so. Yeah, I mean he's there. So
what's the rules on?
I don't think for Spire Shot there's anything that prevents you from doing it.
Spire Shot.
Move it on to an adjacent friendly.
Hang on. The Spire is inactive. While this unit is on top.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. All right. We can rewind that. That's okay. So
I'm going to say you probably wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't, but we can't rewind that far.
No.
So that's okay. So get your Treed back with 3 health.
Treed is back, 3 health.
I'll go down 2 source down to 2. Yep, I totally missed that.
Oh, wow.
Reading is important, kids.
Yeah. That's a game changer, isn't it?
It is a very big game changer, yeah.
So that's the Treed attacks.
No worries.
Normally I would take the chip off the bottom, but because of the Ram ability, the Ram talent, I take one of the attack chips off.
Seems to make sense.
And that's all I have. So it's your go.
Okay.
I guess Callus is getting off that Spire.
I think so, yeah. Let's see here.
All the people in the Spire are shouting up at him going, get off! We can't fire!
Yeah. Well, they've been shouting it for about 5 minutes, actually, probably, from when I moved him before, going, oh, I'm never going to play this guy in a competition.
Yeah.
So, okay, Callus is going to go... what does Rooted do again? Rooted...
I don't have to move if I start my turn adjacent to a Spire.
Callus is going to move 1 backwards off the...
To here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it, because I don't have anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Your Carbone goes into campfire mode.
Only when all of your units have gone.
Yeah, but it's... oh, no, that's right. Sorry. Same conversation from 20 minutes ago.
It's all right. I've been having that conversation for 6 months, and I think I've got it now. And every time I think I've got it, I then get it wrong in the next game. So I think we got it right this time.
I think Callus is going to shoot at the Treed.
Yeah, 2 damage.
So 2 damage to the Treed and no
retaliation.
No retaliation, yeah. Because I got a gut feeling if I can survive with the refractor here, he's only going to roll 1, maybe 2 damage. So can't get that double 2 every time. So.
No.
All right, it's all you.
Okay, so the Treed is at the target.
Mm-hmm.
The Ogre Growth is now at the target, but will carry on moving.
Sure.
Let's just check that to make sure that they are allowed to do that.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Okay, well, we'll say yes. So Carbone moves there, the Warbriar moves there. Okay, so yeah, we got a crazy amount of attacks.
Yeah.
But your Spire fires first. You've got 1 dice.
Yep.
Who's it going to attack?
That's a good question.
Can attack any of them.
Do I go after the automatic?
This is where the camera angle isn't great. So Carbone is on the other side.
Yeah. I think I am gonna go after.
In fact, just for the purposes of the camera, I think I have my overhead set up. So bear with us a minute.
That's okay. I think I'm actually gonna. This may be a bad move, but we'll see. I'm gonna shoot the Warbriar.
Okay. So yeah, you can see here I've got it surrounded.
Okay,
so you're going to shoot the Warbriar, 1 dice. Yep. Oops.
That was a 2.
It's a what? Yeah, it's got to roll in the tray.
Is that the rules?
There's the rules. 1 on the Warbriar. Okay. And
Since
then
it's your house, I'll let that go.
Okay. Now I think. So, do my minions... My minions don't have to attack their target if they don't want to.
No, you just got to march to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Ogre Growth could attack Callus, but if I do, Carbone then goes into campfire mode.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we're just going to have 3 attacks on the Spire with Carbone dealing the killing blow.
Okay.
Which gets rid of the Spire.
Is acceptable.
And Carbone gets a...
Don't forget your 4 source.
Hit point upgrade. Am I not at my maximum yet?
I think you're close to it.
10, 21, 29. Yeah, I'm almost at my maximum.
Yep.
Right. Wow.
I don't think I'm surviving past this, though.
No. I think I'm done. Oh, I now have to switch there. Right.
Yeah. Switch
Callus is a bit. He's a bit surrounded.
A bit, yeah. That's okay. What should I do? I think Callus is going to go onto the forest and shoot the. Ram only works with the spires, right?
Yeah.
But it would be 2. But then he'd have to do it. Yeah, I'm going to shoot the Warbriar.
Okay, so 2 damage on the Warbriar.
2 to him.
1.
Get 1 source. Go to a whopping 3. Just for the record, you have like 10.
It's not quite dead. It's got 1 left.
How does he have 1 left? I have 2 with him. I must have counted wrong at some point.
It was on 4.
I had him at 3 for some reason. Why did I? Oh, I had him at 3 probably because I had him on the wrong side. Okay,
right.
Let's try and do that again. All right. Well, if you don't mind, if that's the case, I would just shoot the Treed.
Yeah. So the Treed is dead.
We'll leave him at 4.
You gain 2 source, and we get a little taproot.
Yep. So I got a 4, and the wee little taproot comes out with his 1 little health, and that's it.
Okay. So my go. I'm going to choose to move.
I think I made 2 big mistakes in the game. I think the first mistake I made was buying Callus without seeing until after I bought him that he didn't have an upgrade slot.
Yeah, but the Spire shot is the
Spire shot was the big one. Yep.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to move. I think I'm going to move minions first. So the Warbriar moves 2. The Taproot moves 1. This minion... Oh, it can move because of the swappage rule.
Yep.
So that moves to there. And then Carbone moves to there.
Seems good.
And I think that might be Callus dead. So I will attack with Carbone first.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh,
I thought
yeah,
you could just leave him alive and go in and kill my last Spire.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because if I do kill him...
Then he goes into campfire mode.
Then I lose Carbone.
Yeah.
And I might then not win this... Yeah, you're right, I think...
Yeah, the fact that he takes the 2 less damage from the spires is pretty big.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. Let's not attack. So That's it. I'm not attacking. That's not within range, so it's your go.
Yep. That seems good.
Okay. Interesting. I'm tactically, thanks for that tip. Keeping him alive.
I'm not going to be able to get over to get that Warbriar at all. Does the Impale work on a Spire?
I don't think so.
All adjacent opposing units. Yeah.
Yeah, they have thematically named the abilities so that you can sort of imagine how they would work. It's quite cool.
In this land of fantasy, were it logical?
That there's a giant
let me make
pig.
sure. Let me just do a quick check to make sure I got everything right here. So I have the Warbriar has 4 health.
I've got 3.
3 health. It should be at 4 because.
Well, you dealt it 1 from the Spire.
Oh yeah. Yep. All right.
Taproot's on 1.
Has 1.
The Ogre Growth is on 3.
2.
Carboni's on 2, but he has a fortification chip.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't put that on there. That's right. Because you did that on his second attack.
Yeah, he's got an attack chip and a fortification chip.
I think the right thing for me to do right now is just move 2 to the right onto the pathway and shoot the Taproot.
Okay, Taproot dead.
Yep.
You gain 2 source.
2 source. And it's over to you.
Okay. So
my only hope here is that Callus can somehow plink away at everybody.
So
I don't think it's going to happen fast
2,
enough.
the Ogre Growth 2. In fact, let's move. Yeah, Ogre Growth 2. Carboni's going to move 3. So no, hang on. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I don't think it does either because they would just switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that one goes there. That one goes there.
Yep.
And then Carboni's going to go there.
Yep.
Okay. So you get 2 dice on the Warbriar.
I do.
From the monolith.
Let's roll them in the tray this time, please, Mr. Grogan.
It's a blank and a 1.
All right.
So that's 1 damage on the Warbriar.
I'll
the
take
Warbriar
it.
then attacks.
Yep.
For 2 damage, which gets rid of the fortification chip.
That's big. That's really big.
Yeah. Okay. Your go.
All right.
What's Callus going to do as a last stand?
Kind of, right? That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
He has Mountain Walk, which is kind of nice.
He does.
So I'm going to move into the mountains and go 2 up and to the right. And I will shoot at the Overgrowth.
Yep. So that's 2 damage on that.
Yep. And that's
It's
it.
down to 1. Okay.
This is really tight.
Yeah. So I am going to move the Ogre Growth.
Sure.
The Warbriar is not going to move. I then move Carbone to there. And you get 2 dice.
Yep.
To attack.
I am going to go after... Let's go after the Ogre Growth.
Okay. 2 dice on the Ogre Growth. Yep, that's dead.
Oof, just enough.
You get 3 source.
And I get 3 source. Goes up to 9.
Okay. My Warbriar attacks you and removes 1 of the attack chips.
Yep.
Carbone chooses not to attack.
Okay.
And then you'll go.
Whew. And now I'm blocked in. I think the only thing I can do is attack Carbone. So I'm going to move back 1.
Move back 1.
So I'm in range. Yep.
Yeah.
And shoot Carbone for 2.
So he loses the fortification chip and a health.
Yep.
And then on my go, I move to there.
Yep.
You get 1 dice.
Let's do it against the Warbriar.
Yep. You got a 1.
All
So
right.
the Warbriar is down to 1. But then I'm going to give the glory to Carbone. So Carbone attacks the monolith and defeats
And that's
it.
it.
Wow.
That was
there you go.
awesome, man. That was awesome.
That was
a
great
lot of
fun. The
Yeah.
only disappointing part of that game is that we didn't spot the spire shot. So
Yeah,
you
sure,
wouldn't
but
have
that's
done that.
okay. I mean, I probably wouldn't have, but that's
No.
it's totally okay, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I love, and we mentioned it earlier in the beginning of this game, is that a lot of times that this is, I think, the 6th time now I've played a full game of this.
Yep.
And my 2nd time is the Narorans. But it is a very live and die by your choice game.
Yeah. Oh,
And
absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the thing, I remember the first time I taught one of my best friends, it took us probably close to 5 hours or 6 hours to play a game.
Yep.
And he lost, and he immediately said when he was done, "We're playing tomorrow."
We're playing again.
And I
Yeah.
was like, okay.
Yeah,
It was that exciting of a experience for him, which is awesome. And that's why I love chip theory so much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Adam and Josh and the team there, they make great games, but on top of that, their games are they're just enveloping. You want to be part of the universe so much, and they do so much from a lore perspective. It's just tremendous.
Yeah. Well, you know back in the day when we were able to meet up at each other's houses.
No, I don't know that.
Yeah. One day last year, I decided to have a games day at my house, and lots of people came over. Lots and lots of games were played. Mm-hmm. Guess what I played?
I'm going to suggest either Too Many Bones or Cloudspire.
I played Cloudspire. So I played Cloudspire in the morning, then we played Cloudspire in the afternoon, and then I played Cloudspire in the evening.
Nice.
Because, as you say, it's one of those games where even though it's quite long and even though it's quite complex, you go, oh, I made that mistake. Or I want to play this again because now I know. Now I know not to build the Grizzled Oak when you've got a range 2 Spire because I won't get there before I die. Now we know how Spire Shot works and lots of things like that. So every time you play it, you will learn bits, especially if you play the same faction over and over again. You will learn extra bits.
And there's so many things you can do in this game in terms of different strategies because there's part the proactiveness of planning your move, but there's also the reactionary of, you know, if your opponent moves somewhere that you didn't expect them to move. Like in a normal game, we have a lot more landmarks and a lot more things to kind of chase after and go after. I really like the skirmish mode. I don't know about you, but I thought it was really cool. I mean, it's very neat and empowering to start with all those spires on the board.
It's definitely a different way to play. It is a quicker way to play because we did this in about 2.5 hours. Whereas a normal full game, you're looking at potentially between 3 and 4 because there's a lot more going on in a full game. You start off with no spires. You have to explore. There's lots of that. You're building up your fortress slowly. Whereas in this one, it was like slow start and then all of a sudden it really ramps up. So I like it, the fact that they've done a different way to play. This was the scenario that we were sent. I assume there's going to be more because what they will have done is this is a fixed map. Okay, so this scenario is this fixed map, and they would have spent time testing out the different layouts and getting everything to work. But yeah, there may be more to come. I don't know. But yeah, this was certainly this one. Oh yeah, I definitely hope so. This was an interesting alternative way to play. I'm not sure. I think I prefer the full game because that's the one I'm used to. Sure. But it does take longer.
It does take a little longer. I do think even given the scenario of what we were presented with in the PDF, you still have, I think, some options. You know, you could mix and match some of the tiles. You know, you don't necessarily, maybe have the full balance like you were talking about as to if you did. But there's a lot of flexibility in that. It's funny. As much as I love the competitive version of this game, I really, really like the cooperative version of the game.
Yeah.
The story and the campaign driven stuff is really, really amazing. And I think to me, that's probably the most dynamic part of this game is, and you saw it from this playthrough, there are so many different strategies just with 2 different factions and how they're fighting against each other that if you are a competitive player, it really kind of fires your juices and you're like, man, I want to play this game and I want to try this strategy and I want to do this thing. Or like you said, you make a mistake and you're like, okay, now I know not to do that. Now I know to do this. You get that competitive juices flowing. But if at the same time, if you have a spouse or a partner or a friend or anyone that would love to play a game like this, but may not be as adept to the deep strategy type experience or just don't like the competitive experience, they can play the cooperative mode with you and have just as much fun. And it's just so amazing.
Either the solo scenarios where two people will basically, you know, work out what they're going to do and they play one faction in a scenario, or actual cooperative scenarios, which is, you know, two factions working together to try and meet an objective. So many different ways of playing this game, which is really cool. Obviously, it's an expensive game, but that's why I feel that it's good value for money, because of not just the physical stuff that you get with the game. There's so many different ways to play it. I've probably put, maybe 60 hours into this game so far.
Wow.
And I feel that I'm just getting started. It's just
think about how many $60 games that you buy and play once.
Exactly, right? Exactly. And the other thing on the factions, each faction, there's multiple ways to play it. You don't have I didn't start out with the tap routes. I decided to go for the tap routes later on once I'd got the upgrades, but I could have gone for the tap route straight away. There's lots of different ways to play each faction, and then you will adjust that strategy depending on which faction you're playing against. So once you're a really experienced player, you'll be like, oh right, I know the Narorans, I know what they're going to probably do, therefore I will tweak my strategy based on that. Obviously we're not at that stage, but I know people that are.
It's interesting too, because this scenario we talked a little bit about at the beginning. Connected is a big keyword for the Narorans, and it really doesn't. It's kind of negated in this scenario, because in a regular game, the Narorans have a very high chance of upgrading their spires really quickly. So it benefits the players to go out, explore the landmarks, get the spires built up, and things like that.
Yeah.
So ironically, you know what I think my mistake was in this game, and you may laugh at this. Sure, the spire thing was tough, but I think I brought on Voss out too soon.
Okay.
I think thinking about it now and where I had placed the earthscaping thing, if I had used him maybe in round 2 or round 3 or wave 2 or wave 3, it would have given him a little more flexibility to potentially block off where you could get to the refractor. Yeah. So that's again, that's why I love it. You're like, I could have done
losing a hero in wave 1 is always
not fun.
Always a dangerous thing. But you got to look at the board. You got to think, oh wait a minute, I've only got 3 health. He can move that to there, and he could kill me. And you've got to be aware of that, and retreat if you need to.
Yeah. Anyway,
this was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for coming on. It was great to play against you. And so thank you very much to everybody for watching. Hope you found the video useful. If you have any more questions about the skirmish mode, then please direct them to Chip Theory Games. Me and Scott have just been sent this one scenario. We don't know that much more about it. I'm happy to answer any questions about the game. Apologies if we made any rules goose. I will put some Klingon subtitles on screen if we did. But other than that, thank you very much, Scott, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, everybody. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.